But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Thank God it's Friday. Friday! Friday.
Wunderbar.
Where is our Friday guy? We haven't played that in a while.
I haven't heard him in
It's Friday!
years.
It's Friday! Friday! It's Friday! You know what? New bit. I throw a lot of bits out there. Some don't work. A lot of them don't work. I understand that.
Quantity. See what sticks.
Yeah, but every once in a while you get radio gold. How about we look for the new Friday guy?
Yeah?
Yeah, listeners, you know, you could like put a little Friday thing together. Very dry, not a lot of production, just you acting like an idiot saying it's Friday.
All right.
And then we could play them, and then maybe one will stick and be the new Friday guy.
I bet it won't.
Yeah. You never know. Friday! Friday! It's Friday! This guy, maybe someone could help me. He was a complete lunatic that used to call a radio station somewhere out west.
Yeah.
And that area couldn't get enough of the guy. And then they ended up bringing him in studio, and I think he started having his own show, but he was completely insane. And it's very hard to find tapes of this guy.
Really?
Yeah. That's all I know.
I didn't know who it was. I don't know this man. I don't know where he comes from.
Years ago, I had a couple shows that he was on, and wow, he would just spew the craziness. Well, good morning. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show. Danny, you want to take care of the Friday audio? If people want to try to be the new Friday guy?
Sure. That sounds like a really fun job for me.
That'll be exciting.
Doesn't that sound great?
Oh, yeah. Hey, you guys remember that most annoying 30 seconds contest we did? That was a lot of fun to be in charge of, too.
Right.
You know what, though? That was a great contest.
30 seconds.
That was a great contest.
What a lame contest.
It wasn't lame.
The most annoying 30 seconds.
I got to stick up for the most annoying 30 seconds. Do we still have that disc of the most annoying 30 seconds?
I'm sure we could find it somewhere. See, the brilliant thing about that was that you didn't need to be a professional to do that. So anyone with a microphone and some kind of recording device could get in on this, and that was the great thing. So I just got, just bombarded with all these really great entries, and it was just a treat to go through them all and listen to.
Well, the best part, we thought it would be really funny and stuff, and then we started realizing, wait, we're actually turning off listeners because it's so annoying. They can't even sit through it as for the goof.
No, you have to turn the radio off.
There was so much. So many people had entered that specific contest that I didn't know how I was going to listen to all these entries.
Yeah.
So I burned them to MP3. I filled up like 2 CDs with just MP3s, and I drove to Montauk and back listening to them.
Listening to people making noises.
So for anybody out of town, that's a good 2-hour drive there and then back.
One of many contests that we just gave up on because it was awful.
Well, if you have noticed, we have contests.
Yeah.
And they just end. They go away.
They just fade away.
Yeah, because we never promise a prize or anything. We just have people send stuff in. We play it, and then it goes away.
For the really old listeners, next week we're going to pick the WoW winner, finally. So
that is
the Naughty Nighty contest winner, finally?
Yeah, things like that.
Was it Naughty Nighty that we never...
Yeah, I think...
I thought it was the WoW
one
contest.
died away.
Well, what was the most recent?
Pendulum.
Well, Pendulum.
Yeah, Pendulum. It's like, all right.
Well, it just kind of faded away.
Yeah,
do we have other entries on the Pendulum contest?
Yeah, I'm sure we do. I gotta go screen some more.
That's how we roll. We just kind of, hey, here's a contest. And then we never announce a prize.
E-Rock, do you got a disc of the most annoying 30 seconds?
Yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah, because we'll play at least a few highlights from that wonderful idea we had. I know Jimmy had a great one.
Yeah, with the.
That was a good one, but I remember there was also one that someone had produced where it was kind of like that sound that Jim does was like some kind of nature call,
right?
Some bird, and the guy
the guy was doing it like as some kind of nature reporter. It was actually quite funny. Didn't they just
the meaty-breasted nothing? Sounds of the meaty-breasted nothing in the wild.
One end of that contest, didn't someone start messing with tones to the point where it just hurts your ears? And like, oh my God, this is not right.
It was like it should have been used as one of those audio weapons,
right?
You hear about on Discovery or something,
right?
Where it just is so annoying you have to flee the area.
Where it keeps teenagers away from the drugstore because older people can't hear it.
Yeah, and all of a sudden you'll just start feeling dizzy and nauseous.
All right, so, we're going to have people try to become the new Friday guy, and hopefully we'll have oh, you have one? All right, E-Rock has one of the entries in the most annoying 30 seconds contest.
I hope someone hit their snooze alarm at 6, and it's just going off now.
Here it is.
That was really annoying.
It was awful. That's just a little taste. That thing went on for a while.
Oh, a new sound slowly come into it, and it's really annoying.
Remember one?
Oh, yes, Mr. Rock?
You got, all right, one more
example.
The most annoying 30 seconds contest.
I remember it was so terrible that like everything was getting pushed through to the next stage because by a certain point everything just becomes so obnoxious. You get 3 seconds into any clip and you're like, I don't want to hear this anymore. Don't want to hear this.
That's wonderful. All right, well, it's the Opie and Anthony show. It's Friday. Got lots to do today. 877-212-0&A. Now you see the picture of Obama looking all cool in the paper today.
Going to the gym.
Got a young president.
Yeah, apparently we do, huh?
A nice young president.
I saw that. I saw a montage of a bunch of shots that were taken over the course of the campaign.
Yeah.
And he showed him when he was playing basketball and just kind of getting off the plane with his family running towards him and doing things. And he's obviously a young guy.
They got a picture on the front page of one of the rags here in New York City. It says "one cool dude," and what I like about him,
is that it, dude?
He's a White Sox fan. I don't like the White Sox, but I respect a guy that could make a decision on a dumb sports team. Most politicians can't.
Well, he's elected now, so.
No, he was wearing the White Sox thing.
Was he?
Yeah, he was. I think he showed up at one of the playoff games with the White Sox hat. Remember, Hillary was pretty much changing hats depending on who was at bat. Just make a decision. I mean, people can respect that.
Yeah, I mean, she was. You'll never hear anybody say, "Boy, that Hillary can sure stick to her guns." She's what they call wishy-washy.
Yeah,
she waffles.
And I told Anna, between the radio show and planning for a wedding, I'm having a tough time finding time to go to the gym. And here's the guy; he just became president, and they got a picture of him leaving the gym after a great workout. How does he find the time?
Great picture of the guys in the SUV, though. That's my fave.
The best job in America, right there.
Oh, right there.
Where is that picture?
Daily News.
Yeah, it's all over though. It's on Drudge. It was. Yeah, it's everywhere. That guy is.
Mr. I don't like guns. Boy, for a guy who doesn't like guns, Obama sure has a few big ones. Going with him everywhere.
Right in the back of the SUV, just pop up that glass part where you usually maybe some housewife is putting in the groceries.
Yeah, sure.
And you just hang out your barrel out that and wait for some shenanigans.
That guy looks like he means business.
I just bought that same
young bald guy
rifle.
with the slick sunglasses. And you got this rifle?
Yeah, I just bought that exact same one.
I did ask you in the office. I'm like,
it's the DEA version.
I go to Aunt, like, you see the picture of that gun? Wow, that's pretty cool. And Aunt's
got
like,
it.
Not only is it cool, I got it.
Got him, need him, got him, need him, need him, got him, need him. That's me.
No, and why do you need a gun like that?
Because you know what a blast that is to shoot? That is a fun gun. Yeah. It's very light. It's nice. It's a lightweight one. Because I have one of my heavy guns. Mm-hmm. I have now a heavy gun and a light one. The heavy one's got a fold-out bipod in the front and ACOG sight. It weighs. It's got a sniper, a stock. with a cheek rest on it.
Right.
And it's fantastic. That thing will, oof.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it. I can't even take it to the indoor range. I got to wait for nice weather and take it out to Calverton. But I got that one. It's nice and lightweight.
Now, what do you think of the people that would go into the forest and kill Bambi with this thing?
Yeah, whatever you're into. I'm not a hunter. I don't hunt. I don't like killing animals or things. It kind of makes me feel bad.
I saw a deer cry once. Ugh.
No, deers don't cry. They just instinctively go like beep, beep when they're shot.
I saw one on the side of the road crying. I'm like, ugh.
Crying?
I can't hunt. Yeah, it sounded like crying to me. I don't know. I'm not saying don't hunt. I don't give a crap what you do, but that's when I realized there's no way I could do this. Hey, Kevin from Connecticut writes, Hillary was a Yank Mets fan. I think you have to throw a little Cubby in there, too. A Yank Met Cubby fan.
Yank Cub Mets.
Yank Cub Mets?
Yank Cub Mets fan.
Yeah. I mean, I understand the politicians. They don't want to make a lot of, they don't want to make a lot of decisions, especially during a campaign. But it's safe to just, say you like one team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at least do that for us, please. All right.
I was watching, I was just spending some time with some videos and stuff last night online. Not much action at my house yesterday. There's a lot of construction going on. But I found this site that broadcasts live podcasts, video podcasts and stuff. And one of the top dogs on there is what's his name? That did Chocolate Rain.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's got a podcast?
He does, and it was live, so I'm watching it, and it's like a radio show that he wants to do. Oh, which one are you looking at?
I already broke my foot because of that, Jimmy.
About it.
I got to get an x-ray later today.
Page 12, page...
Yeah, and I already sent an email to the big boss.
Oh, is that
not the cute little boss. I went all the way to the top.
No, he's talking about a story in the paper that's next to that pain in the ass thing.
I don't know what you mean. I'm just...
All right. Well,
different story.
Yeah.
We'll explain later.
Yeah. He's got a podcast, and I'm just watching it, and it's him in a room with headphones on, taking phone calls.
Yeah.
And it really kind of makes you feel good when you come in and do a radio show on a daily basis, and it just feels like, you come in and talk. Mm-hmm. When you watch other people that absolutely have no capacity to do it.
Right.
I guess he figured since, he did the Chocolate Rain song that he could kind of branch out into other mediums like radio.
Mm-hmm.
It was horrific. I couldn't even listen as a goof.
What was he talking about?
Nothing.
Really?
Absolutely nothing. First of all, everybody is just, anyone that called in or typed stuff in was just going, sing.
Yeah.
Just sing and shut up.
Yeah.
And he's trying to take calls and get discussions started, and it was all dead air because he just had nothing to say.
Right.
So he'd sit there for these big delays of dead air, and then just say, okay.
You think people just call in and go, do the bit, 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 do the bit. Because all they want to do, anyone that would tune in that podcast, they would probably hope that he would do Chocolate Rain for a second.
Just do Chocolate Rain.
Do the bit, do the bit, do the bit.
People would call in and say they turn their head away from the phone so they can breathe.
Yeah.
All the little catchphrases that came up because of this guy.
Sure. Hey, let me go to Chris in New York. A lot of people are wondering about something we were going to do yesterday. Yes, Chris.
Oh.
Hey, guys.
How are you?
You guys killed me yesterday. I know sometimes you run a little bit over 9, so I waited for the break, and I came back to K-Rock was playing Guns N' Roses' Patience.
Yeah.
So I decided to wait through that for Homeless Roulette, and it never came.
We couldn't find the guy.
Yeah.
There's a lunatic out there. He's a homeless guy. He looks miserable, and we're not really sure if he's trying to be a tranny or something, but he wears very sloppy lipstick, and I decided I need to get a picture of him for Opie's eye, and so I reached out my BlackBerry as I was handing him money, and I clicked. I was hoping I was going to get away with something. He realized I took his picture and just lost his ass, chased me down the street, just causing a major commotion as people in their business suits are trying to get to work.
Yeah.
So we decided, no, we shouldn't leave him alone. What we should do is do homeless roulette, and we were all going to go to him and take his picture at the same time. But it was raining yesterday in New York, so we couldn't find him. We're going to try again today, though.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, I'm looking forward to it, guys.
All right. And by the way, we can't go past 9 anymore. Stupid us. We were trying to do the right thing and give a little extra radio. And it came down from upstairs that they demand that we end before 9 o'clock.
Oh, that's good.
When did that happen?
That's like free radio. We're given, regular radio, but that ended too yesterday.
When did that happen?
Right? Stump brain. It came down yesterday.
Was there a reason?
Yeah, both sides actually approached me separately and not under any agreement on their own.
I can see why Sirius would, because they're like, all right, get over here. But why would
call Sirius?
Well, when we go over 9 o'clock, that shoves 8 minutes of commercials into the 9 o'clock hour, which already has 12 minutes.
Right.
So it then screws up that hour.
Okay.
And they want to get that started. And your contract apparently says the show is supposed to end at 8:45.
Right.
But if we've got something really hot going on, it can go to 8:46.
Oh, thanks. Well, we'll end at 8:45 starting today. No problem.
There you go. Whatever you need.
Wait.
Sorry, we were giving you a little extra radio. I didn't know that was a bad thing.
Maureen McCormick is calling at 8:45.
You know what?
Well,
that'll be a 30-second interview then.
We'll just do it over at Sirius. We'll do it at Sirius.
That'll be a 30-second
later.
That'll be a 30-second.
I'm a little disgusted.
Yeah.
We're going to take a quick break.
And I'm looking at the
just
paper.
Internal stupid business stuff.
Yeah.
I'll talk about it I'm so aggravated looking at this. My head hurts.
Saw that story
I hate
yesterday.
the media so much. I hate these people, the way they report things.
Saw that story yesterday, and wow.
It is the complete opposite.
Yes.
In both New York papers.
Yeah. Yep.
This the complete opposite. This Marine killing in.
Marine.
I'm not sure where it was.
Yeah. We'll explain next. It's Opie and Anthony. Stay there.
Friday's here.
We're looking for the new Friday guy.
Oh, I thought
that's not it.
I thought that was from the most annoying 30 seconds contest.
No. Opie and Anthony, just a few things really fast. Obama holding his first news conference today at 2:30. Is that going to be on TV? I want to check that out. Of course it is, right? This was kind of interesting. Iranian president congratulates Obama.
Of course he does.
First time that happened since 1979 Islamic Revolution.
Yeah. Of course.
And there was two other things. I just want to remind people, our friend Sean William Scott is in a movie called Role Models. He was in earlier this week promoting it. It opens today. Take a peek if you're looking for a movie this weekend. It's supposed to be really, really funny. Getting, I think, 68% positive reviews on RottenTomatoes.com, so that's good news.
That's not bad.
And today in Back to the Future history, Anthony.
Yes.
I did not know this is
a
very important week for Back to the Future fans.
Well, it is.
Marty, as Calvin Klein, goes to Hill Valley High School to try and get George and Lorraine together, but she has a crush on Marty instead of George.
Yes.
That's your Back to the Future history for today.
Friday, November 7th.
Yes.
1955.
Yes. So what's going on? Something got Jimmy's goat.
It's just the media. I know we harp on this, and people think that we're paranoid, but we harp on the race and the way the media reports things.
Yeah.
There was a white Marine, married to a beautiful black girl, and they lived in California, and they were assaulted, shot in the head. Well, she was sexually assaulted, probably by all four.
Yeah.
Raped, and one of them is charged with raping with an object.
Yeah.
And they kind of tortured this couple.
Each one is saying the other three raped her, that I didn't do it. And then they talk to another guy, and he goes, no, it was the other three.
Yeah.
So it's the typical stuff that you watch on that show, First 48, where, they bring people in, interrogate them, and I watch that show and just go, oh, okay, here's the usual line where they all try to rat each other out, and it's despicable.
And all four of these guys, I think all four of them were in the Corps. Yeah. They're 4 Marines.
Yeah.
And this guy was a sergeant, so I guess a couple of them were under his command.
Yeah.
And they blasted both of them with a shotgun and killed them after probably all 4 sexually assaulting the wife.
Yeah.
And in the Post, they did rob them. They say race-eyed in Marine dual sleigh. It's an interracial couple, and they say it's speculated that the mixed-race couple was targeted in a bias attack. They don't know probably 100% yet. They haven't finished. The Daily News, that's page 12, by the way.
Page 12.
Fat Nick was a white guy who hit the black guys who came into the neighborhood to rob cars.
Yeah.
Front page of the Daily News and the Post, for a week.
Oh, yeah.
This page 12.
At least. It was ongoing for a while, yeah.
Page 17 of the Daily News.
Page 17.
Here's the headline. Greed made these 4 thugs torture, rape, and kill. DA says they did it for the money. That's the opening line of the story.
That's the opening line. How the hell do you know that they did it for the money? And why is there not an inkling of the race involved?
They just will not. It's amazing how, like, white media is so afraid of pointing out black, like, racism or black racially biased. What does that say? Like, when you say that blacks are racist, why are you afraid to say that?
Yeah. Why?
That there are people who are going to have racial motives that are black as well. I don't understand why they're so afraid to say that.
Why wouldn't you say that? When you break into a house and rape and torture this couple, and then take a few items from their house, that's not just robbery motivated. You don't rape and torture people to rob them. That's a little more personal. That's something else that's going on there. And you got a black woman with a white guy, 4 black guys breaking into the house and torturing them. You think maybe it might be a little more than just robbery?
It's amazing how the media, like, it really is insulting. It's like they give white people this really weird thought process, like we have this ability to rationalize and think and make awful decisions, and that blacks don't. It's almost like greed made them do it. Like these 4 guys just saw money and went, oh, and ran in to get money, and then happened to torture and rape and murder. It's like they can't see that there's a bias there, too, that they were maybe disgusted about this interracial couple and targeted them.
I'll show them the bias. Reverse the race of everybody in that story. Make it 4 white guys. Make it a white girl and a black sergeant. And the same exact crime happens. Front page news.
Every paper
in the country. It would be. I guarantee you.
Paper. And a few marches.
Yeah. A few
outrage.
We're sharp then.
We need investigations. We're going to look into this. Oh, my God, it's a hate crime. It wouldn't be we're investigating if it might be a bias crime. Hate crime strikes California. It would just be absolutely. They wouldn't say greed made them do it. No.
They did it for the money. That's the excusing guilty media. Like, that's the first line in that article.
It's almost ham-handed, the way they tried to feed, like, hey, it was greed. Don't try to say it was racially motivated.
What, are you afraid that as white people, that's our greatest fear? That we're going to be broken, our house is going to be broken into by 4 black guys? Is that what you're afraid that's our greatest fear? You just can't say it?
Well,
but I mean, is that why the media won't report it? Because that's everybody's greatest fear.
CNN had the story last night. Crotch Critter, what's up?
Hey, Opie. Last night I was listening to CNN headline news, and they actually made a point of talking about that it wasn't a factor that 3 black men broke in, raped a black woman, and killed them.
Right.
4 black men, because she was married to a white. Of course CNN did. Of course they did. They made a point of that.
How did they present that and not come off as completely ridiculous?
Oh, what they did was, I mean, they made a point of pointing out that race was not a factor. This is not a factor.
Of course. A bunch of, I say it time and time again, but there is something in white people that thinks that there is an intelligence that goes with racially motivated crimes that they don't credit blacks with. It is mind-boggling how they will not just point out bias when it happens the other way, too. How do they know it's not a factor? These guys are just confessing now.
Yeah, there's not enough info.
Exactly. They're just getting to it now.
But they've already made the decision.
Not a factor.
In the press. Not a factor.
No hate crime here.
Yeah, I haven't heard from anybody else to any other people that maybe these 4 have spoken to. Maybe was there any animosity in the barracks about this sergeant being recently married to a black woman? Like, well, let me hear from those people and make a decision before I would listen to these rag papers and CNN as to whether this is a racially motivated crime. It's disgusting.
The Daily News is really bad with that. Like, at least the Post said race-eyed in Marine.
Yeah,
a lot, it's like they think that white hillbillies are the only ones that don't like interracial couples sometimes.
Yeah.
They catch a lot. My buddy was involved with a black girl for many years, and he said that the most crap he's white. He said the most crap they got was from black guys.
Of course.
More than white guys, they caught crap from black guys.
Right.
But yelling at the chick as they're walking down the street.
Of course.
What you doing, baby?
What you doing, my sister?
Baby? What? Yeah.
But why are the black guys allowed to go out with the white girls with the big butts and the bleached blonde hair?
Yeah, it's don't say anything about that.
But it's like
say anything.
It's known that there's plenty of white people that don't like that either. Like, but at least that's known.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's say hi to Charlie in New York. Charlie.
Yeah, listen. Why don't you guys stop complaining like a bunch of old ladies? Call them out on it. Call the Daily News. Call the byline editor.
Dude,
I'll
tell you why. Ask them why. Hold on, I'll tell you why.
Why?
I'll tell you why. Because they don't get on the phone. Like, the way to complain.
Have one of those.
Can I finish the explanation?
On the phone all day trying to get an answer.
I'm telling you right now, because talking like this, they find out you're talking about them. You think the papers don't know that we're talking? Of course they do. We're in New York. They're both in New York. You get a lot farther this way than you do just calling somebody anonymously.
I don't know. I think if you stayed on the phone all morning long, you'd get somebody.
Not really.
No, you wouldn't.
This is being on the phone. This is a giant telephone that goes out to a lot of people.
And Charlie, what you don't hear on the radio show, behind the scenes, we are trying to get these people on.
And they won't come on. They're not going to come on and say, well, here's why we reported it as a non-racial thing. Do you really think we've never tried to get these people on? Would you like us to do that on the radio show? Maybe just sit here for 4 hours making phone calls just so you guys know we're trying to get them on the phone?
We are trying, and we always do, but like Jim said, most times they don't come on.
They don't come on the phone.
The only one that came on was Richard Huff.
And that wasn't about something like that.
No, I know. It wasn't that...
Well, why don't you give him a call and find out why somebody over there can't answer your question?
All right, Charlie.
That's
for you,
a good idea.
We'll make a phone call.
I don't like Charlie's
for real,
snippy attitude, but let's try Richard Huff.
Iowa, looks like. Mike, how are you?
Hey, not too bad.
All right.
I used to live with a black woman, and the racial pressure that she got from the women in her church was unbelievable. It was just, we went to a Christmas program that her granddaughters were in, and I was totally out of place. But when she went to church after that, they literally came within an inch of physically attacking her. I mean, just started yelling at her and screaming at her. Stood up during the service and pointed her out. I mean, it was just horrific.
It's so weird. It's almost like there are like white people that like to deny that there are black people that don't like you. Like, they're almost afraid to admit. They're so like, I'm the white person who's good. They're so afraid to admit that, like, yeah, there's blacks that hate me too. Yeah. Just like there's plenty of whites that hate black. They're just so afraid to admit that side of it.
And Mike, it says on the line that she broke up. She couldn't handle the relationship anymore because of the pressure.
Pretty much, yeah. It was getting to the point she didn't. She actually ended up leaving the community because of it.
Wow. All right, my friend. Thank you. Let's go to Dan in Tennessee. Dan, how are you?
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Good.
Great shows lately, man. I'm really loving it.
I'll go after yourself.
I've got a little bit of a bone to pick with Jimmy lately. He's avoiding the word liberal media because I think he's gone a little bit on the liberal.
No. I'll tell you why, dude. You're right. It's almost because I honestly just don't want to sound like a broken record, liberal media, because it almost becomes then just this caricature of the same phrase, like, oh, liberal media.
Call it what it is, though.
You know what?
You can't say white media because Fox News covered a story where 2 white girls were jumped by 15 black people in California, and the liberal white media, CNN, MSNBC, not even covered at all.
You know what? You're right. I'll accept that criticism. It is about the liberal media. The only reason haven't been saying it is not because of my views. It is because I'm afraid to trash liberals. It is simply because I've said that so many times, and it's like, all right, I feel like we're going over a similar storyline. But you're right. It is liberal media.
You're a little bit more under a microscope for a month because we're listening to and we're evaluating you guys from time to time. But you did bashed Christians the other day and defended the Black Panthers. So you got to kind of, you know.
Well, I didn't really defend the Black Panthers. It was only about the perception of that video. No, dude, I'm telling you,
Anthony called you on it even. He said, you're delusional. You're defending the Black Panthers.
But I really wasn't. I was only talking about the one video. It wasn't about defending the Black Panthers.
Yeah.
All right.
By the way,
I think Anthony called you on it.
By the way,
Anthony could have been incorrect.
Me and Jimmy had a discussion about it on the air. That's what we do.
Yeah.
But I read a few message board posts, Jimmy, and we both got pretty ripped apart on that one. I think you got a little more abuse than I did.
I'm sure I did.
But I was reading, and I'm like, I was catching some crap about how it's just yelling Anthony now, how he just yells about, this, that, and Jimmy had a great point about how it was the two Black Panthers that was standing in front of a polling place. And my point was they were there for no other purpose than to intimidate. Mm-hmm. And Jimmy was saying they're not intimidating. And I'm saying it doesn't matter whether they were or not. It's their intent was to intimidate, which to me doesn't matter if they were intimidating or not. But they intended on intimidating people. It's the only reason they were there. And then people are going, trying to say like, oh, I'd have gone in there anyway. That wouldn't have intimidated me. That wasn't my point. My point was that that's what they were doing. Regardless if you walk right up to them, punch them both in the mouth and walk in, Chuck Norris.
Regardless if you were threatened or not.
Yeah.
Right.
That wasn't my point, whether you're going to be threatened on an individual basis, whether you're going to be the hero and walk through them, whatever. The fact was that they were there to intimidate.
And if I was wrong about that, okay. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not so invested, like, in being correct about that, because if I was wrong about those Black Panthers there to be intimidating and just to be two douches who were trying to frighten people off, then I was wrong about it. I mean, I don't bat 1,000.
There you go. Let's go to Jay in Ohio.
I don't know why I said that like people thought I did.
I thought you did.
You were waiting for us to go, no, you really do.
What a fool I am. I'm like there are people out there going, you couldn't be wrong.
You're hoping for someone to say, no, Jimmy, actually, you're right most of the time.
I don't know, if I was wrong, I was wrong.
Jay in Ohio, you're on the Opie and Anthony show. How are you, buddy?
Hey, what's up?
What's up?
I'm a black man. I dated a lot of white women, and I have a problem with the black community trying to accept me because I date white women, or I do what they consider quote-unquote white things because I like to drag race, or I like country music, and I wear cowboy boots. Something to get them. Do what you need to do. If they don't like it, just keep on doing it. It's the only way we can actually bring down these racial barriers, like how we're talking about it right here, getting it out. But if you have a problem with it, you get everybody else.
God bless you guys that, date a white or a black woman, because I'll tell you, because relationships are hard enough when you're of the same race and you might live in different areas and stuff and trying to get everyone to get along. I can't imagine how tough that is.
Well, at least that
you're going
on and bond.
You're going.
People hate you.
but that's that's what I'm saying. I mean, you go. You're always going to their house for Thanksgiving, then they come to your house for Christmas, and it's like I said, it's tough enough if you're of the same race.
Or Kwanzaa.
Right. All of a sudden, you're a white guy, and you're
like, what? I gotta go to Kwanzaa.
You're a white guy doing the right thing, and you go to her house for Kwanzaa. How does that work in the end? God bless you guys for giving it a shot. Let's say hi to Zach. How are you, Zach?
Hey, hi guys. How you doing?
Good.
Listen, my girl, she's black. I get it all the time, especially in the summer when we're at the Riviera of the Bronx, Orchard Beach. We, you have these black guys come over. Hey, baby. That guy's too much for you. One day I go, well, yeah, that's why you're hanging out with girls. My girl, these guys started pounding on me. I had to, my girl had to, diffuse the situation. She's a cop and, had to pull out her piece. And it's a lot of bull,
Right. All right.
Yeah, and anyway, listen, punching out. I want to go listen to myself now. Ciao.
Apparently.
He's honest.
Thanks, Mike. LA Times, San Diego, Union Tribune, FoxNews.com, no mention of race or greed.
Of course
Post is the only one that even looked at that. Gee, that might be a motive.
Right.
It's so silly.
Yeah. All right, 877-212-ONA. Don't forget about ONARadio.com. You got Stephen S. from Bayshore doing the show rundown, and you got, all the videos and visual stuff that we talk about on this show up there for you to check out, okay?
I watched that video, the Jimmy the Ghost Hunter.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, Ted
the Ghost Hunter?
I haven't seen it.
Ted the Ghost Hunter. Oh, my God.
By Coke Logic.
When you start going off about the dead child and doing the chicken dance in front of the little casket. That part of the animation had me crying. I was laughing so goddamn hard. It's so unnecessarily brutal.
I remember that part of it, and I'm like, there was no reason to throw that in.
None. But I was crying from laughing so hard.
It's right up there on OandARadio.com. Ted the Ghost Hunter, the animation. It's amazing. It might be one of his best ones.
I like how he kept Jimmy in the scene, too.
Yeah.
And Ted is a totally different person.
Oh, yeah, that's the beauty of it. So. All right, we're going to take a quick break. The election is it's pretty much in the rear view mirror at this point. We're going to cycle into some other stuff next week on the Opie and Anthony show. It's been a heavy political show lately, which we like. You know, we have many different looks on this radio show.
Talk about whatever everybody else is talking about, and that's the top story. So.
But we're going to give this a try. We're doing a little I Will Remember You, election 2008.
Oh.
It's a theme we do on this show from time to time, so let's see if this works or not. If it doesn't, we'll yank it right off the air and just hit a spot. Opie and Anthony.
Tonight, I have a privilege given few Americans. The privilege of accepting our party's nomination for President of the United States.
With profound gratitude and great humility, I accept your nomination for presidency of the United States.
I'm going to fight for my cause every day as your president. I'm going to fight to make sure every American has every reason to thank God as I thank him, that I'm an American, a proud citizen of the greatest country on earth. And with hard work, strong faith, and a little courage, great things are always within our reach.
This is our time, 100 years after the NAACP is founded, that we are going to lead this nation into a more unified, more prosperous future. That not only will we help close the responsibility deficit in this country, not only will we help achieve social justice and economic justice for all, but I'll come back to you next year on that anniversary, and I will stand before you as President of the United States of America.
You and I together will confront the $10 trillion debt that the federal government has run up and balance the federal budget by the end of my term in office. Across this country, this is the agenda I have set before my fellow prisoners, and the same standards of clarity and candor must now be applied to my opponent.
What they'll say is, well, it costs too much money. But you know what? It would cost about the same as what we would spend over the course of 10 years. It would cost what it would cost us. All right. Okay. It would cost us about the same as it would cost for about. Hold on one second. I can't hear myself.
Senator Obama's supporters have been saying some pretty nasty things about Western Pennsylvania lately. And you know, I couldn't agree with them more.
Everybody knows that it makes no sense that you send a kid to the emergency room, they end up taking up a hospital bed. It costs you gave them treatment early, and they got some treatment.
I'm losing my mind.
You're a buzzkill, man. We're all feeling this excitement in the air today.
Excitement?
It's an exciting thing for this country. Yeah.
Oh, it's exciting, all right. Oh, it's going to be exciting.
Why are you wrecking our buzz? Little hope.
Enough for the hope.
What's wrong with hope?
Stop.
And CNN can now project that Barack Obama, 47 years old, will become the president-elect of the United States.
This country isn't about helping the poor, you dumb son of a bitch. You're an idiot. Get your Obama scratch-off ticket. Go get it.
Barack Obama is projected to be the next president of the United States of America.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
At 11 o'clock at night, Eastern Standard Time. The President of the United States is Barack Obama.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
We here at New York One are calling the race for President Barack Obama.
Shut up! Shut up!
CBS projects that Senator Barack Obama of Illinois will be the next president of the United States.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
The United States has elected its first black president and done so soundly. Barack Obama will be going to the White House.
If there is anyone out there who still doubts that America is a place where all things are possible, who still questions the power of our democracy, tonight is your answer.
You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. 877-212-0-A. The phones have been really hot lately.
Yeah.
We'll continue with the phone calls today.
Can I just thank the people who came to Philadelphia last night?
No, you can't, Jimmy.
You're right.
No.
F you guys.
Time or place
F
to
you
do that.
guys.
I hate your guts. It's doing well, right, Jimmy?
Yes. So thank you to the people that came to the signing, man. It was good to see some Philly people down there. I appreciate it. How long is it supposed to take to drive home from Philly?
You can do it in 2 hours without traffic.
Okay, we did. All right, fine.
Without traffic.
I have a little endorsement for your book.
Oh, I thought you were going to yell at me.
No. No. Keith, the cop's wife, Ange.
Yeah.
She was over the house yesterday going over some stuff with one of the builders and everything. And she had a little time, so she's sitting on the couch. I'm in the office. She's sitting in the living room, and she picks up Jimmy's book.
Ooh.
I Hate Your Guts. And she's reading it. And I'm working in the office, and all I'm hearing is her cackling laughter.
Oh, good.
From the living room, and it wouldn't stop. And I started laughing just because she was laughing so much.
Oh, nice.
And then she's just like, you'd hear her go like, oh, Jimmy, gee, oh, thanks, Jimmy.
Were you guys having like
hysterical?
Were you having like a Carol Burnett, moment? She starts to laughter, then it's uncontrollable for everybody. The cleaning people are dropping their cleaning apparatuses to laugh.
All laughing.
Yeah.
No, she said it was really funny.
Oh, thank
you. And I just heard her laughing, and obviously it is very, very funny. Jimmy's a funny kid.
Thank you, Ange. I always like when women enjoy, because the guys,
we
all know how to make guys laugh, like just in spoken word or anything. Women are a little tougher.
I'm
good.
I'm also loving them. I'm also loving the book so far. This should be a big hit for you, Jimmy.
Oh, I hope so.
I think there's gonna be a little buzz out there. I want to congratulate the Islanders on another third period collapse last night to a minor league hockey team. That was just wonderful for everybody that follows the Islanders.
What happened?
Oh man, I'm watching. They're up 3-1 going into the third period. I'm like, nice, here we go, because we kind of have a young, exciting team, and I'm like, all right, this is going to be our third win in a row. 18 seconds into the third period, the Atlanta Thrashers, I think. See, I'm a hockey fan. I don't even know what they call themselves. They score, and then a minute later they score again to tie it up, and then they score another goal in the third period, beating the Islanders. Another third period collapse for my team. My team.
It's the problem.
Huh?
What's the problem with them?
If you want to do hockey talk?
No.
Okay.
Although I was trolling through some videos last night, I did come across the 10 worst goalie screw-ups.
Really?
From SportsCenter on one of the video sites. Pretty goddamn funny.
Yeah.
There were some ones where the goalie was just like, oh my God, what did I do?
Yeah.
Like they come out from and go behind the net and just lose the puck.
Yeah.
And then some guy just flip right in. And then another one from across the friggin' ice.
Right.
Just from one end to the other. And it's a slow little rolling, but the puck is kind of jumping a little.
A little bounce.
Bounce, just right past him.
There's one where a goalie scored.
Yeah.
Is that the one?
And no one's around him.
I forgot who it was, but a goalie scored, just
kicked it in with his leg.
Just kind of clearing the puck all the way down ice.
Clear the puck.
And I believe the other goalie was still in net.
Yeah.
This wasn't even an open netter.
It wasn't an open net?
I believe. Someone might have to help me out on that one. But
so one where the guy, you know how they go down and stretch one leg out and then kick that other leg behind him?
Yeah.
With the leg he kicked behind him, put the puck right in the goal.
Really?
Like, ooh.
Can we get that up on onaradio.com?
Yeah, that's a good one.
And we'll tell you where that one's at.
I got real quick. I got two Voss flubs from last night.
Oh, nice.
Voss is in Philly at the Helium, and he came by to say hello at the sign, and he's just such a dope. We were at the table, and he's sitting there. We were talking about friend Russo. We had Chris Russo on the other day, and we had like an hour with him. He was great, Mad Dog. Yeah. And he said, "Oh, I thought it was Francisca who left." What? He meant to say Mike Francesa.
Francisca.
He said, "I thought it was Francisca."
What? Does he mispronounces everything?
But that's almost understandable because he is stupid.
It's a name.
It's a name.
You're not familiar with it, maybe. What? Yeah.
But he was kind of joking with me because this is my second book and he hasn't done one yet.
Yeah.
So I forget what I said, but he goes, "What are you doing to me?" He said to a fan, he goes, "What are you doing to me?" He's written 2 books.
Well, and that's why you will not be wrote anything soon.
He's wrote 2 books.
WROTT. It's like rotten with a W.
Oh.
He's wrote 2 books.
His teeth are rotten. And his act.
Nice.
He really is a wretched idiot.
All right.
Roten.
We got a couple things here. We got a lot of really cool, fun stories today, but maybe we'll do the Sarah Palin thing, get it out of the way, and move on from politics a little bit today.
Yes.
Now that the election's over, everyone's admitting that she was not liked in the McCain camp.
No, they're all.
Oh, that's great.
They're all leaking now. They're all leaking.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
How scary is that? Let's say we elect McCain, and then this comes out like, yeah, we all know she's a dummy. They should have just got rid of her and brought someone else in.
Absolutely.
If they didn't think she was the right person for the job. That's scary if you think about it.
They lost, so anyway.
Maybe they're saying the same thing about Biden, and it happened.
Well, they did shut him up.
Right.
They shut him up at the end of that campaign, boy. Woof.
Yeah. Well, here's what Fox News is saying.
Well, I wish I could have told you back at the time, but all of it was put off the record until after the election. There was...
I hate this. So this reporter, I don't know who it is. Do we know
Carl Cameron.
Who is it?
Carl Cameron.
All right. That guy was off the record. He knew the whole time, but he wasn't brave enough to bring this to everyone's attention.
And you know this.
Like, this guy knew this. Why wouldn't he go on? He would have a big scoop.
Right.
Like, this is what I have been hearing. This is what I've been hearing. I don't know if there's truth to it, but...
And it would have affected possibly the president. Like, I understand reporters can't give away sources. There's a weird thing with the media where they have to protect that. But in a case like this... You're dealing with someone who's going to run the country.
Yeah.
The two of the most powerful people in the country, and we're all making a decision, and you know something that all of us don't know, and you decide not to inform everybody because it was told to you off the record.
Right.
Come on, man.
No. Yeah.
Well, I wish I could have told you back at the time, but all of it was put off the record until after the election. There was great concern in the McCain campaign that Sarah Palin lacked the degree of knowledgeability necessary to be a running mate of vice president and a heartbeat away from the presidency. We are told by folks that she didn't know what countries were in NAFTA, the North American Free Trade Agreement, that being Canada, the U.S., and Mexico. We're told that she didn't understand that Africa was a continent rather than a country just in itself. A whole host of questions that caused serious problems about her knowledgeability.
Is knowledgeability a word? I don't think so. It's not a word.
Knowledgeability.
I would use that word.
Knowledge.
So would Rich Voss.
I know.
How about knowledge? You don't add to knowledge.
I like knowledgeability.
It's like drinkability. It's not a word.
Kind of like a Yogi Berra thing. I like
knowledgeability.
Just make up your own stuff and people know what you're trying to say. I love it. I'm a big fan of that.
It's not a word.
No.
Wait.
I could be wrong.
It is.
All right, isn't it? Then I'm dumb. My apologies to the reporter who sat on information that knowing we almost had a retard elected. Sorry, I just assumed that you were wrong.
That reporter is Campaign Carl Cameron of Fox News.
Okay.
And that's what they call him. Campaign
a lot of knowledgeability there.
Right.
Knowledgeability, my fault.
Tell you.
I was wrong.
Ron Hextall, okay, enough.
You know, she also... it was Ron Hextall was the goalie?
He scored twice. A goalie scored twice. That was Ron Hextall.
There's also that report that she came to the door of her hotel one day when the aides came to get her.
Oh, no, that's very sad.
And what I mean is aides being helpers, not like when Mr. Brady came to the door and aides came to get him.
Boy.
They came to the back door.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
And he opened it. He was on his hands and knees. And he just kicked the door open.
Like a mule. And then who was at the door? Another mule.
can't deliver AIDS through the front door. You always got to deliver AIDS through the back door.
Of course.
Yeah, everyone knows that.
Like a SWAT team with the.
All right.
Yeah, they just busted.
You on the face, you on the back. So sorry.
So she came to the door in a towel, which they thought was very inappropriate,
but very hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
let's acknowledge the hotness.
Just like the wet-headed Sarah Palin coming to the door just in a little towel. She could have thrown on a robe even or something, but
would you?
I think just for the trophy.
Nah,
I would.
Just the trophy.
Nah, just the trophy.
That would be pretty solid, I'm thinking.
What?
5 kids, dude.
And one's head was probably pretty...
Well, they make lingerie for the 5-kid broad.
Do they?
Yeah, it's that thing that hangs
armor.
down. What is the thing that hangs down?
A younger woman?
They got the sexy panties, they got the top, and then they got kind of a curtain that goes around that area.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, they always
I call
do
it the
that.
thing, whatever.
The curtain. A lot of women do that with the one-piece bathing suit.
Yeah.
And when they have a big bunt and they're at the beach, the one-piece bathing suit, and then there's sewn on this little skirt to cover a world of hurt and damage.
There you go. More on Sarah Palin being a dummy.
And that Katie Couric interview was one that we're told Sarah Palin refused interview preparation for. They predicted many of the questions. She simply didn't take the time necessary, they thought, to deal with it. Now, McCain campaign critics of Sarah Palin point out that the questions that Katie Couric asked, in their view, were not out of bounds. They thought they were fair. The presentation of it in the news content they thought was snarky, but the fact that she wasn't able to answer the questions was more telling. Her lack of answers was more telling than the questions themselves.
Where are these people saying, hey, forget perception, we got a dumbbell who's not qualified, we made a mistake? It's so, politics are awful.
That's why that's why I'm bored with live TV and stuff, because nothing ever happens, because they all play it safe. This guy had some really good knowledge. He should have been on TV with this.
You know what, though? Now I'll
deal with the controversy and deal with the hits you might take.
I'll play the devil's advocate.
They would fire because it was on Fox
no,
a Republican network.
Look how much flack the liberal media is taking, and justifiably so, for bashing McCain and Palin during the election. They probably could have come out with this stuff, and then maybe they sat around in a meeting and just went, look, we're going to get crucified. Could you see if they just on a daily basis came out, now we're hearing that they don't even like her, and now we're hearing this? They probably would have gotten even more abuse. Like, what other reason is there to hold on to that? Mm-hmm. It's not like they liked the ticket.
The Fox may not have wanted to hurt it.
Yeah. But why wasn't, CNN all over it?
Yeah, because they all had the
knowledge.
No, I bet you they all had the knowledge. They all are in cahoots.
Like the Los Angeles Times didn't go with that videotape.
I think they didn't want to hurt Obama.
Yeah, they didn't. But, if you're going to go so far as to not hurt Obama, why wouldn't you then report a story that her staff hates her?
Yeah.
I'll bet you they didn't know. I bet you they would have. CNN would have reported that, and then and then they would have somehow made it look like race wasn't a factor. I'm going to be on CNN, by the way, on Saturday night.
No,
I'm an actor. You guys know that.
Nice.
I'm playing a white supremacist on D.L. Hughley's show. It's like an interview he's doing.
Holy yes, that's huge, Jimmy.
Yeah, it's cool. He's
D.L. Hughley breaks the news.
Whatever, is that what it's called?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Yeah, I'm doing a segment I shoot today, and it's tomorrow where I play a white supremacist that he's interviewing.
Really?
About being sad, yes.
That's
what,
cool.
Being sad about what?
Well, the election.
Election?
Well, he doesn't want to give it all away.
Yeah.
Is it comical or dramatic?
I wish it was dramatic, believe me. I have wonderful... As I look to my left, I have a wonderful person to method act it after. But
yes, I can help you with this role.
I'll show up for my part. They go, why are you wearing a hat with a taped-on mustache? No reason. No reason.
It's all about the lofts with that show.
Oh, yeah.
And when is DL coming in to promote that? He comes in for everything else.
I don't even know if he's in New York because we're shooting it in a split screen.
Right.
So he may be in L.A. I'm not even sure if I'll see DL.
He better get on our show with Red.
Well, Steve
Red is his 6'8" black bodyguard that loves this radio show.
Who's his brother-in-law, I think.
Real? Oh, that's right. You're right.
Yeah. Ted, Steve from Bay Show said you should go on as Ted the Klansman.
That's right. That's right.
If you want to borrow any of my 5'11" gear.
Did you film it already?
Like a militant.
No, today for like 4.
Oh, my God. Ant's got some stuff for you then.
Well.
Where's his hat, at least?
What do you think?
an homage to Anthony. Wear one of his hats that looks very close to...
It's a little close. It's a video game hat.
Yeah, well.
It was given to me. Somebody sent in a video game, which I never played. I just like the hat.
It looks like a hat from another era.
Surely
it does. It's got a little swirly thing in the middle, but it's not a...
Yeah.
Not a...
It's close, Ant. It has wings.
Symbol of hate. It's got wings. So does the American eagle.
It has wings and then a symbol that almost looks like a symbol of hate, but it's not. They keep it safe. Keep it safe.
Oh, you want me to wear the other hat I got at home?
No.
My collector's item hat?
One you walk around with at night?
And just your underpants and your black socks.
Barking out orders to no one?
Oh, yeah, now there's no one to help him.
No one there to help me out.
Remember that old bit, Jimmy?
Yeah.
At least he had someone in the house to kind of help him. Now he's just wandering around in his underpants and his black socks and his hat.
I just sit around cleaning my guns all night.
Talking to them. Anthony talks to his weapons.
Have you given your guns names?
No, I have not gotten to the point where I give my guns names.
Please let us know when you're up to that point.
They're all just called my best friends.
Because at that point, I'm going to have a bulletproof vest every morning.
Oh, you don't have to worry.
NBC just did this.
The votes are in for president on the silver screen, that is. MSNBC.com surveyed over 1 million people. They found out which movie president is your favorite. Harrison Ford.
Well, that's cute,
Wonder
right?
who it could be.
What are you going to go with?
Let me see.
Favorite movie president?
Movie president.
Morgan Freeman.
Oh, if they go with a Morgan Freeman.
It'll be Harrison Ford. He almost started to say Harrison Ford.
I think if I said Harrison, they're probably doing a countdown.
Yeah, I think it's the top four
Ford,
that we get here.
Yeah, that.
Donald Pleasance.
Let's see what happens.
No finger.
Harrison Ford won for his portrayal of President James Marshall in the movie Air Force One. He leads today's top four. Favorite movie presidents, that is. Second, Morgan Freeman, best voice in movies, in the movie Deep Impact. Third is Michael Douglas in The American President. Remember, he was the single president there. And then fourth, Bill Pullman in the action hit Independence Day.
What?
What did they post?
It was terrible in that.
They talked to retarded people about this? This was awful.
Horrible.
Remember Harrison Ford jumping out of Air Force One from the back of the plane?
It stunk.
Like, what? How is that ever going to...
the president.
I know it's a movie and we're supposed to kind of leave all reality behind us, but stop.
And then Independence Day, I'm a pilot.
Right.
I belong in the air.
Right. Like that. Imagine Obama, look, this is something I got to do. Yeah, that'll happen in real life.
I'm a pilot.
Yeah.
That's where he gives his big speech. This is our Independence Day.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it really?
It certainly is.
And Randy Quaid just being the quirky douche that he always is.
Plays that same guy every time.
And it stinks every time.
It's horrible.
Who enjoys it?
Over the top, dummy character. What you do? You just put your hand on your pants and start toying.
I have a blitch.
A blitch?
What's a blitch?
Well, it's an itch on a certain place. A blitch. Did you do the just pinch and roll between the thumb and forefinger? That feels good. Sometimes your face almost looks like a dog when he's scratching and it feels good. You're just like, oh.
That's the best feeling.
The pinch and roll.
That is the best feeling ever. And every once in a while you get to pop a zit that way and then shoot pus.
Wonderful.
Anthony pointed out the pinch and roll, which is the greatest description because it is so the way you
That's what you do. Any area, where you have an excess of skin, perhaps, that you can grab onto like that and itch in that fashion.
But you know what? Sometimes you don't even
Sometimes
you don't even need an itch to do that. It just feels good
just
to do
it.
Yeah.
Pinch and roll.
Pinch and roll. Nice.
So, I can't think of any other presidents, although I prefer Donald Pleasance in Escape from New York. He's got
that was a good one.
Yeah, come on. You are the Duke of New York. He's shooting Isaac Hayes.
I didn't know it was only fictitious presidents. I thought they were going to go with people that have played presidents because I think in Nixon.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, that's where they should have went.
That was good.
Sure.
Well, how about Kennedy?
Hannibal Lecter playing Nixon was good. Yeah, Kennedy, who played...
Kennedy did. I mean, in JFK, they just showed Zapruder film footage.
Yes. Well, he was right on the money.
Did a great job.
Oh yeah.
Certainly did.
And why didn't Chris Rock make the list?
Oh, yeah.
Come on. That was a movie.
Fantastic. That was it was on film. Indeed it was.
Yeah. All right, we're going to do a quick break. After the break, 3 really good, fun stories. You got some massage customers are being rubbed the wrong way.
Rubbed the wrong way.
What does that mean, on their backs?
Woman was a victim of inappropriate massage.
What a rat.
And then you got Dominicans lost at sea eating a dead person to survive. Nice.
Cool.
What they were doing, though, was wow.
It was after 3 hours at sea.
Right.
The guy was yelling, ouch.
Yeah. It's like, we know where this is going.
3 hours.
Let's just start now.
Right. And then
it's like, I'd rather have the people first.
Yeah.
And save your supplies so that way during the end of the turmoil, you could be like, all right, now at least we're eating regular food.
Yep.
You know? Yeah, now we'll eat the canned Spam and stuff like that.
What part
kind of wash down that human?
What part of the body would you go for if you had to?
The penis.
Finally, I get to do this, and no one's going to call me gay.
Oh, Jesus. The guy's completely healthy and alive.
Right.
What do you mean you don't want to share? Can't help it. He's an Asian guy.
I don't think you'd go with eating it right off the bat. I think you do a little fun dip first.
If
you can get some nutrition from fun dip, can't you?
If you have fun dip on the boat. If you don't, you got to do it without the fun dip.
Well, that's what I'm getting at, sure.
If you read Alive, they started out with the buttocks. They took a couple of slices out of the buttocks, which were about the size of a matchstick, they said, and wrapped it in snow, put it in their mouth, and just swallowed it whole like that, like a pill.
Oh,
so that they didn't have to chew it, didn't have to do anything. It just went in and started being digested.
So there's nutrients of some sort.
So you're getting some kind of nutrition without having to sit there and chew.
The logic is mind-boggling, because I'm sitting there like you're going to have to chew and save, and enjoy it.
No,
you would actually come up with a way where you wouldn't even taste the crap.
But then after a while, they got to the point where they kept them away from the plane a little bit, buried in the snow to keep them fresh. And after a while, they would just nonchalantly have a leg over their shoulder and walk back and cut off big slabs and just start eating it like that.
Right?
Yeah, at first they were all very disgusted with it. But after a while, it was just like, hey, here we go. Let me just bring this leg back with me.
I read that book a really long time ago. So
did I.
So how much of the bodies
with me?
How much of the bodies did they end up eating?
They ate everything except for the genitals and the anus.
Come on.
That's what they said.
The face, too, but it's probably not on the face.
Probably not the face either. Yeah. But, there's not really much meat on the face. Take a bite out of a cheek.
I'll bet you there's a pile of genitals, though, just in case.
A scallop in the cheek. Yeah, but it was just, they didn't eat the naughty bits.
You don't know until you're in that situation, but I think I would just, go for it. I would just not eat. I would just try to find something. I would just leave and hope for the best.
They did. They tried.
I know they were stuck on the top of a mountain. I know the story,
a couple of times. The one part that was really amazing in that book is when a couple of guys venture out and they found another part of the plane, and they found a coffee jar that only had coffee dust in it, and they put the snow in there and melted it, and said drinking that was like paradise. They were at the point where they were just eating snow and people, and then to have the taste of coffee like that was.
That's got.
And the description in the book was amazing. You think this guy was drinking the finest wine ever on Earth, but yeah.
How long were they stranded for?
I don't remember. But, hey, long enough till you start chowing down on people.
Yeah, well, if they're eating a complete body, and
you live through all that crap, and then a couple of them died in an avalanche that happened out of nowhere and filled the plane up with snow. And it is a good. I got to read that book again because that was a good goddamn book.
I saw the movie. I never read the book, but I would like to now because probably a lot more details about them slicing off ass skin.
Well, yeah, once I get done with "I Hate Your Guts,"
right,
by Jim Norton, and that's also a chapter in Alive. One person was eating and decided he didn't find it very tasty.
No. And Alive is a chapter, and I Hate Your Guts because it's about eating people. Get it? We tied that in nicely, didn't we?
I understand.
2 bullets should just pierce both our heads for no reason.
1 and 2.
We're heading toward a break, but we don't want to lose Ryan. She's a girl. She's a cutter. She has eaten pieces of herself.
All right.
Ryan.
Oh, wow, you sound like a cutter.
What's up, Ryan?
Little self-cannibalism?
Yes.
Why?
Any reason?
And I've actually bitten myself.
You've bitten flesh off yourself?
Yeah.
How big a piece?
Not big.
Not big, but was it enough to chew, or did you just swallow it? Like, because
No,
people bite their cuticles and swallow it. That's not quite cannibalism. But have you bled from it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's meat.
See, I'm a big fan of scabs, so I would probably cut myself and let it scab up, and then I would eat myself.
I hate the scab.
Why are you so mad at yourself?
Yeah, Ryan.
Why?
Yeah.
Yeah, why do you do this?
I don't know.
Oh.
Well, how old are you?
Are you going to get into all... why?
Well, yeah, of course. You're calling and saying you bite flesh and eat your own flesh.
No, it was only... I just bit myself, and that was it.
And you ate it?
Was it good?
It was like...
Here it's salty.
Jimmy.
They say people
You've
taste
never
like
bitten
pork.
it inside of your mouth?
People,
yes.
Yeah, you kind of bite your lip a little bit. That's
delicious.
Far from cannibalism.
How much attention do you need? This is exactly the type of person I hate. Oh, God.
She's gonna eat a part of the ham now.
Whatever. How much attention do you need?
People taste like salty pork.
Well, Ryan cut herself a little too
say.
deep again. She's in the hospital. All right. I'll get up. Go to the hospital. Give her some attention. Oh, God, do I hate people like this.
You're a screwy asshole anyway.
Ugh.
Well, hold on now, Ryan. Let's not judge Ryan. Maybe she's got a valid reason.
Yeah, does she?
What was going on when you bit and ate a little bit of your own skin?
Yeah. Answer?
She worries everybody around her.
What's the matter? You got to speak up. Are your mouth full?
Yes.
Don't put your foot in your mouth.
So why, Ryan?
Why what?
I don't know. Why do you think that the Jets are going to win the division this year?
Why were you eating yourself? What was going on in your life?
Who touched you? Let's just get it over with. We all been touched as a kid.
Oh, little revelation.
We all have?
Revelation.
We all have?
Well, some have been touched, some did the touching. You know, we're all in the same boat here.
Yeah, it's called a joke, Ryan, but who touched you? Let's get over it. Why do you worry the hell out of everybody around you with your eating and cutting?
SS tears.
I have no sympathy for people like this. I have one of these in my family. Enough already.
Oh.
Not a couple, by the way, but something similar.
Stephen King has a good short story about a doctor. That doctor that was stuck on, I believe he was on an island. And he was out without food, and he started cutting pieces off of himself and stitching himself up and eating it.
Nice.
And it was at the point where he's like had an arm left, and he's like, I got to keep this arm because I have to be able to do surgery on myself.
Yeah.
But he slowly just started cutting himself apart and eating himself.
That's sweet. I got to start reading Stephen King again.
Oh, dude, Stephen King rules.
Amazing. Lydia.
Hi, Opie.
Hi, you're on with Ryan, who's an attention-seeking goose.
I'm not attention-seeking.
Lydia's our staff psychologist.
Yes, Lydia.
Ryan is a very sick little girl.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, great.
Yeah, tell me more.
Wow.
What I was saying, Opie, was that you have a real gift for this. Cutting is, in part, attention-seeking.
No,
absolutely.
I know that.
I know.
Cutting is not attention-seeking.
Yeah, it is.
No? What
No,
is
it's not.
Get. Will you go
It's
get?
emo.
If you don't let anyone know that you're doing it, it is not attention.
All right, so were you not showing people?
I did it for 12 years. I did it for 12 years without anyone knowing.
How old are you now?
I am 27 years old.
And you did it for 12 years?
What's left of your body?
Well, 12 years. Not now.
Oh.
Before.
Ryan,
yeah.
most of the people I work with who cut do it because it makes them feel alive. Is that what happens to you when you see the blood? Ryan?
Yes.
She doesn't answer.
Yeah, she doesn't do nothing.
You're not good on the whole question-answer thing, Ryan.
I can't hear her.
Oh, why do you cut your... Well, let's get to about why were you doing it?
I don't do it anymore.
Why were you doing it? That's what I said.
Lydia said, "Do you like seeing the blood because it makes you feel alive?" Is that true?
No.
Then why did you do it?
There is a reason why.
Yes, we know.
I hate when people say that they do it, because there are a lot of girls who just do it just because they do it, and that's not. They do it for attention, and that's not.
Why do you do it?
I don't do it anymore.
Oh my God, we're going.
Why
in circles.
did you do it?
Ryan, you should eat your voice box because it's useless. You don't really need it.
Opie.
One more cut. Your throat.
Yeah, please.
You're not answering the questions. I'm asking you, why did you do it? And you're correcting me saying I don't do it anymore. Why did you do it?
Is a little hippopotamus the cutest little thing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yes, it is.
By the way, Ryan, I
throw that in the street.
I do apologize to you personally because I don't know you, but I hate people like you because you take all the attention away from other people in a family. It's all about Ryan and their cutting and phone calls in the middle of the effing night.
That's exactly right, Opie.
Thank you, Lydia.
All right, Lydia.
Thank you.
Enough kissing Opie's ass.
But it's true.
I
know.
It's something, though, that a lot of people have to deal with. Like, you got a lot of stuff going on in your life or other family members' lives, but none of that gets to be talked about because you got an attention-seeking twat in your family.
We had a mother who had, a horrible thing in their lives with your mother, Opie, and you're telling somebody that, oh wait, you're doing something retarded.
Just get help.
Why were you doing it?
Ryan was doing it because she has borderline personality disorder and she needs to get in treatment.
I don't even want like a real answer. Like, I'm curious as to what her perception of why she was doing it is.
Yeah.
So Ryan, why aren't you just answering that? It's a valid question.
A lot of girls do it.
I don't care about a lot of girls. I'm asking you.
Okay, I did it because I had something happen to me horribly.
Okay.
And something with my family.
Oh, boy.
And, yeah, oh, boy.
So someone was abusive to you or abused you. Who was it?
Yes.
Who are they in the family?
No, I'm not going into this.
Uncle Paul.
Why won't you go into it?
Yes, Uncle Paul.
Come here, Ryan.
Shut up, asshole.
Whoa. Oh, she doesn't like the Uncle Paul.
Hey, what's the matter, kiddo? I want to talk to you about something. Where's your homework?
Oh, my God.
So why won't you... Look, you called the show to say that you were... You're trying to give little bits and pieces of information. Why? We don't know who you are. We don't even know if that's your real name. So why won't you just say, was it your dad or a brother?
It wasn't a dad or a brother.
Okay, so would it be an uncle or a cousin?
Uncle.
No. It was her mom.
All right, you just jump in.
Uncle. I vote uncle.
I vote we hang up.
Yeah.
Hey, Ryan, what drugs are you on, by the way? You got some kind of drug thing happening this morning, too.
Yes.
What?
You got some kind of pill thing happening as well, looks like.
Well, pretty much.
All right, Ryan, thanks for calling the show. I don't really know what the purpose was because you're not really giving us anything.
Then why'd you ask?
What?
No one asked. You just called.
Then why'd you answer the phone call?
We don't have your number. We didn't call you. You called us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what's your point?
You asked me.
This is what proves that...
Ryan likes
Oops, right. All right.
Teased out.
You are an attention whore because you call the show for some attention, and then we're asking you valid questions, and you're like, I don't want to say...
No, I said that I had done...
Yeah, you bit and ate.
You didn't have to answer.
That's not a reason. That doesn't explain... Because we answered doesn't explain why you called and gave nothing.
No, I called.
You gave nothing. You gave the attention-seeking part. I chewed my flesh and swallowed it. Something happened. Who did it? I don't want to say. We don't even know these people.
I think what happened, she didn't get the reaction she was hoping for when she said that. I'm going to sit here and
give you the answer. Yeah. I'm going to sit here and just say...
Yeah, why not? You called our show.
Yes.
You reached out for more attention.
I was abused. I was raped and abused
that
as a child.
Okay, but so was by a family member.
What?
So that's why you would, because a family member did that. I'm getting an uncle, and then you would bite yourself?
I love you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
All right, Ryan, we got to let you go.
Weirdo.
I didn't mean to attack you personally, but it just hits a nerve with me. It really does.
I didn't mean to, but no, I'm glad I did.
Well, I kind of am, actually.
Brian, you should really get into a program and stop self-medicating.
Shut up. Get into a program. I'm into a program. Lost. I can't wait till the season starts again.
All right, there goes Lydia. Ryan
shrinks.
Ryan, you call back when you're ready to give us more info, okay?
What do you want to know?
Are you a good-looking girl?
She's out. I'm sorry.
Wow, imagine the baggage you'd have to take along just to have sex with that one.
What a bang, though.
Yeah.
Ken in Canada, what's up?
Yo, I'm a psychology student up here, and I just want to say you guys are exactly on the money. All she wants is attention, which is just shown by calling up a national radio show and whining about the fact that she got abused. I mean, Jimmy got abused, and he doesn't talk about it that much.
I don't think I ever was, dude. I probably should have been. I have an excuse as to why I was such a weirdo.
You are a beautiful young boy, Jimmy, or were at least.
Aw, I really was. Blonde hair, brown eyes, very tussleable.
Oh, so tussleable.
Very kissable.
Yes.
One more. Jim in Ohio. Jim?
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
I'm just tired of women like that. Yeah, my girlfriend has got a cousin that's like that, and I'm sick of my dinners and my nights being ruined by the zero calling up and saying he's cutting his wrists or he's going to kill himself and wrecks my night.
Is he emo?
Oh, it's just disgusting, and it just makes me sick, and I hope he dies.
It just wrecks the whole family dynamics. You're having a nice night. Next thing you know, guess what? We got to go to the emergency room again. Great.
It's just disgusting. I hate him.
All right, Jim.
So I have no sympathy.
All right, run on. Opie and Anthony, 877-212-ONA. You're checking out the Opie and Anthony show. I don't know. I feel like I'm in a weird spot. I feel bad that I went after Ryan, but that hits a nerve with me personally. And it hits a nerve with a lot of people, I do believe. The attention seeking that happens with family members.
I don't think you were
that just ruin a lot of good times.
I don't think you were out of line. She was
and takes
annoying.
And takes the attention away from maybe some of the cool things happening in your life. It's really, really frustrating. And then we got into a discussion during the break.
Yeah.
About attention seeking and people that, quote, try to kill themselves. And we were trying to figure out which things people do that they're actually trying to kill themselves and some of the other things they do just to kind of seek a little attention from family members and friends. And
I'm trying to kill myself, and meanwhile you're like, no, you're not.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just a dopey radio guy, but I really believe if someone's, slicing their wrists, unless they go the long way, they're looking for a little attention, and then they give you the phone call. You're not going to believe what I just did. Oh, my God. I'm in the bathtub. I'm bleeding to death. It's going to take another 4 hours to officially die. All right, I'll be right over.
Yeah, if it's taking hours to die, if your suicide method takes hours,
right?
It's pretty much a cry for help more so than wanting to die.
Now, if you take pills, you do the OD with the pills. That's now that one could kind of go either way.
Depends on the circumstance. If you're alone in a place where you know you're not going to be discovered or bothered for a long time,
right?
Then I think you're legit, and you take. You don't take
baby
Flintstones chewables.
Right.
You're taking some hardcore stuff and some booze.
Yeah.
Then, of course, a lot of people have done it that way.
I think that's the one that definitely could be attention-seeking, but also could be, no, I'm going to do this.
But once you make the phone call
right,
to a friend or somebody,
yeah,
I took some pills. I don't know how many. Oh, Jesus, here it is.
I'll be right over.
I'm coming.
No, don't worry. My world will stop to help you again.
I'm coming.
I'm out on a date. Why on a Friday night? Do this on a Monday or something.
How long ago did you take him? What time is it? I don't know. Everything's a mystery.
It's like that scene straight out of Fight Club when Marla takes the rest of the bottle of Xanax and Brad Pitt has to go over to save her.
That is really funny. Yeah.
So then you gotta rush over there.
Yeah, you know what? If you're gonna kill yourself by taking pills, how about you throw your cell phone, you break your cell phones, you break every phone so you don't have the opportunity to call somebody with that voice.
Yeah. I don't know. What? Well, what did you take? It was a bunch of pills. How many's a bunch? A few. I'm not sure.
I don't want to die.
Read what's on the bottle. Read what's on the bottle. I can't see it. Just leave me. I just want to die. Then why'd you call? I don't know.
'Cause I don't want to die.
All right.
I'll be right over.
All right.
I got to go get a babysitter, but I'll be there for you again.
Oh, God.
And again, because we have the same blood and the same DNA.
See, if you're cocking back a 38 and putting it to your head and pulling the trigger, that's someone who's serious
about it. And
that's someone who's, I want out.
Not seeking attention.
Yeah.
He's trying to kill himself with a codeine overdose.
There you go. No.
Yeah.
And you know what did it to the person? Your sick society.
What about hanging?
Hanging is definitely...
Hanging, you're making a statement. You're killing yourself.
You're killing yourself, and you want people to be horrified when they find you.
Yeah.
That has got to be... I don't know what would be worse, someone with their brains blown out or the hanging.
The hanging.
I think hanging is such a horrid thing to see.
The hanging. Brains blown out, because to see somebody's body blown apart, especially the head or face, is horrible.
Yeah.
Especially someone you know. Hanging is bad enough, but it's just their fat face swollen. It's bad. You can always take them down and say, you stupid Okie, like Richard Gere and an Officer and a Gentleman.
Swallowed his engagement ring.
Yeah, of course he did. When David Keith. Boy, he had no clue in that movie what was going on there.
His gold-digging chick just wanted to be a wife of a pilot.
I'm going to move
naval aviator.
I love that movie for that for that reason. We're going to move back to Oklahoma. I work get my job back at J.C. Penney.
J.C. Penney. He's so happy to be telling her this, right. And she's just like, "You douche! I want to be the wife of a naval aviator.
I want the life.
I'm not gonna.
I have that dopey life already.
I could get my job back. I'm J.C. Penney, and in 4 years, I could be assistant manager or something."
They go, "We'll live at home. It's going to be a little tight at first, but you and Mom are going to get along great."
It was the worst possible scenario he could have given this girl.
Yeah.
Going from a wife of a pilot to this just house country bumpkin.
Oklahoma, J.C. Penney floor manager wife.
Living with his family.
It's awesome. We got the clip from Fight Club, Marla doing the pill thing.
Yeah, when she's on the phone.
Yeah. This is exactly what I'm getting at. Go ahead.
Have you ever heard a death rattle before? Do you think it'll live up to its name? Or will it just be a death hairball?
Where she's just on the phone looking for attention.
Yeah.
Exactly what she's doing.
What about when someone throws themselves down the stairs? They're all just banged up and
down
broken.
The stairs that's attention
seeking. You're not going to believe what I just did.
I was trying to break my neck. Did you? What'd you do?
Laying at the bottom of the stairs and then make a phone call to you, and now you got to stop everything. Oh God! I'll be
hurt
right
myself. I can't get up. And I may have taken some pills.
It's all the best line of this is it's all a mystery. Thanks.
It's always a mystery
because it just plays into the attention. Because if you
get an answer on the phone, you're done.
Because then you, as the dope on the other line, what do you mean you took some pills? What? You're all concerned, and that's what they're going for.
I took 3 Tylenol. Okay, well, I'll see you tomorrow.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, sleep it off. I'll bring you some flowers tomorrow to try to cheer you up for a day.
No one cares.
But we all know that only lasts temporarily, right?
You don't even care. You don't care, do you? I took pills. I was just listening to some R.E.M. waiting for death. Just waiting here in bed. How many did you take? The rest of the bottle. Yeah, well, if you had the prescription for a month, that means you took 1.
Right.
How many?
Right.
I don't know. It was a little less than a handful, but more than just a few. How do you feel? Tired, depressed.
I should be dead in 18 hours.
Yes, 18 hours.
So you got 18 hours to
Save my life again.
No, you have 18 hours to call everyone and tell them I'll be dead. Don't come over, whatever you do. Don't come over to my house at 4 Main Street. Please don't. Don't call my family.
Please make sure you're crying when you come to the house.
Yeah.
Then I know that I got the attention I was searching for.
All right, how do I get in?
Oh, I left the door unlocked. That's why I called you, so you could come over.
Look, I know this is something people deal with, but my God.
Okay, look. I haven't taken them yet.
Right.
They're still on the dresser.
Now, if you're going to kill yourself by, like, putting some kind of weight on your feet and jumping in the water...
Holy Jesus, that's crazy.
You're killing yourself. What about these people that climb out windows? That could go either way.
All right, if you climb out and jump, you definitely wanted to kill yourself.
And if you're not going to jump within the first 30 seconds, you're just looking for attention.
Then you're looking, if you wait and the cops are there, they're talking to you.
You're hoping they close the street for you.
The news is there. You got the people yelling, jump, jump, jump. Attention.
You're hoping they're going to, like, blow up that big mattress-saving device.
Yeah.
You're hoping that a cop is just trying to reach for you, but you're just out of his reach.
And they grab you, and then they always wind up thanking the police.
No, when
you saved my life.
Those always end with the police finally grabs the person, and the person always just yells, "Let me die! Let me jump!" But you had 2 hours to jump, stupid.
Let me go.
Right.
Really? Yeah, so jumpers, it could go either way.
I'm sorry, I love this stuff more than I should, probably.
Who was that actress that got into her big gown?
Oh,
and
no.
down on the bed?
I'll tell you the best suicide story ever. That was part of the Graveline tour out there in L.A., and she was either the good witch or the bad witch from The Wizard of Oz. I don't remember anymore.
I think it was the good witch.
Good witch from The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
She started getting really old in Hollywood, and she couldn't handle it, so she decided to kill herself. And this is according to the tour guide. So she dressed up in her favorite gown, I believe, right?
It might have even been the good witch
It might
gown.
have been. It might have been. But it was something like that. Put on, like, all her makeup.
Yes.
And then she tied a plastic bag around her head.
Wow.
And suffocated that way, and that's how they found her.
How do you just not untie it?
Yeah.
It's a bag.
That's a plastic bag. The thing is, it's not with the plastic bag, it's not a you can't breathe thing. It's just you're breathing, unless you do that tight, like, where it sucks to your face thing.
Right.
But it's you just keep breathing in more carbon dioxide until you just pass out.
Oh, is that how it happens?
Yeah.
Well, that's number 6 on the suicide methods on the top 10 list.
Wow.
Look at this.
Coming down in at number 6.
Did we deal with most of these? Well, drowning's number 10?
Yeah.
Oh, this is as far as the numbers. How many people have attempted these things?
In popularity.
All right,
drowning. Wow, drowning comes in. That's a tough customer, man.
That is...
wow.
My hat's off to anybody that kills themselves by drowning. That's pretty impressive.
There's an involuntary... I don't know what it is, but an involuntary reaction that will keep you from inhaling water. No matter how bad you want to kill yourself.
Right.
So when I think you actually do it, that's got to be horrid.
Yeah.
Very unpleasant.
Hey, we got to take one of these phone calls. Just the other side of this. I understand. Jim, New Hampshire, go ahead.
Hey guys, how you doing? Long time, first time.
Thanks, Jim.
I got a cousin. He's had a lot of issues with this stuff, and I don't really agree with the whole family. It's kind of a big pain and a big hassle. Mm-hmm. I mean, you guys are saying some pretty horrible things, and I just couldn't agree more.
Oh, all right.
I was a cutter.
I just couldn't agree.
And it was all about attention. And I'm very aware of that. I think even then I know I was 18, the melodrama of youth. No, he loves me.
No, we all like attention, but when it gets to the point where you're doing stuff like that just because you don't feel like you're getting enough attention from your family members.
Now Jimmy's still an attention whore.
Yeah.
Let's stand up in his book.
I am now, but I just do it with jokes and love, ladies and germs.
No blood needed.
None.
Except on the sheets.
It's all about love. Love me, love me, love me, love me, love me. Hey, drowning's number 10, Anthony. Top suicide methods.
Wow.
I think this is by the numbers. Electric shock comes in at number 9.
Electric shock.
Would you go with the electric shock?
Wow, how do you do that?
Would you touch your foot to the third rail or something?
Oh, okay.
The famous toaster in the bathtub crap.
Ah, okay.
That's hack though. I don't think people actually do that, do they?
Hack.
Oh, yeah.
They do, you think?
Oh, yeah.
Can I guess a couple of the other top 10 methods?
Sure.
I think this is a common one. People who put on a metal hat and run into a giant magnet.
What number is that? It's got to be 6.
Well, it's number no.
It's number no. Number never.
How about
a metal hat?
People who find a big hill and somersault down until they're so dizzy they die. Is that up there in the top 10?
Yeah. There's another one kind of on the fence. How about the carbon monoxide people?
Yeah, that's
because that gives
one.
enough time for people to find you.
It's not instant.
Unless you're closing that garage door, so none of the neighbors could be like, "Well, what the hell's going on over there?"
It's not an instant thing, so I think. But apparently, it's one of the more pleasant ways because, again, carbon monoxide will give you an awful headache.
Yeah,
but you'll pass out first.
You'll go to
kind of go to sleep.
Sleepy.
Yeah.
Let me grab Mike in Jersey. Mike.
Oh, by the way, the Opie and Anthony show does not condone any of these methods
of course
and
not.
does not recommend you use any to take your own life.
Look at the phones, though. We hit a nerve. Yeah. This is going on out there. Mike, Jersey, go ahead.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hey.
Yeah, long-time listener.
Thanks.
Yeah, my last girlfriend actually gave me a text about a month ago saying she's going to kill herself.
In a text.
And I was like, what's that?
In a text, he says.
A text. That's like...
Yeah, I get a text message that says, I'm going to kill myself. I was like, well, too bad for you.
Oh,
that's it?
Yeah, and she was fucking pissed at me.
Whoa. How about this one?
Whoa.
I have a top 10 method that you didn't get to yet.
All right.
People who eat playing cards until their esophagus is clogged.
Jesus, Jim.
All right.
Be a major
I got to
drag.
say that's up there. Number 4, least.
How about the trained people, Ant?
Trained people is an absolute. You want to kill yourself. It's a bit of showboating, I think.
But the beauty of it, last second you could jump out of the way, so you're you know what I mean? You do have an out.
But that's with anything. Even with a gun, last second you can kind of graze your head or something. I don't know. But a train, that's making a statement.
Yep.
That is
showboating.
Wow. That is showboating. That is the train represents the world and what it is doing to you.
Dude,
I just kind of...
I had a kid in my...
Man, that's got to be such a tough goddamn thing to just... I'm just standing here.
Here it comes.
I think I'll wait for this...
Here it comes.
This mechanical dinosaur to just plow me over. I wonder what this is going to feel like. It's going to be like... Am I going to feel this? Oh, that light's getting bigger. Why am I in a car?
Oh, it could be maybe they're...
Well, people also do that. They park the car on the tracks to try to do that, which is so selfish because then you could screw up the train and kill people on the train. And I think it's even selfish to throw yourself in front of a train because you're traumatizing the engineer.
Yeah.
And then the people are now all delayed and everything.
Yeah.
Me and Kenny, I did the Long Island. I was out Long Island tonight, and while we were waiting, we got to the train station to beat traffic. And there's when you walk up and over the tracks in one of those fenced-in things.
Mind the gap.
Yes, we had to mind the. We were very careful getting off.
Mind the gap.
Kenny got off first, then carried me like a bride. And you walk up and over. So this was the Long Island Railroad, where these trains really pick up speed.
Oh yeah.
And I was standing over the tracks. I mean, you're way above the train.
Yeah.
And I'm watching the trains come, and I'm like, what would it feel like? This is 2 nights ago. I didn't want to do it, but I'm just curious as to how people do this. So the train rushes towards. And I actually knelt and looked down at the train as it came towards me.
You get the almost the illusion of what it gives you an illusion of what that might be like. The speed, the quickness that it would just bam hit you like that. I've done that before. You ever like maybe a low overpass and you're going underneath it and there's a truck on top of it and you're like, if this was on equal plane here, the truck would broadside me, and you kind of go, wow, that would really be bad.
That wouldn't be fun.
That would not be fun.
No. Oh, that mind the gap stuff. It's something happened here in mostly on Long Island. A couple people have been injured or dead. Not died,
injured.
right?
Mostly injured.
Because they can't step over what is literally less than a foot gap.
Yeah.
So now they're changing all the platforms on Long Island just because.
Yeah, a little closer to the trains. It's like, why?
That's that whole. Not all the baby turtles make it to the ocean.
Yeah, if you can't figure out the platform and the train, you are really stupid.
You can't figure out that to step over a 1 foot gap. Do we really need you in this world?
Do you remember that story? It was quite some time ago. It was here in New York where a guy was looking for the train the wrong way, and the train hit him.
Ixnay on that story.
Oh.
All right, we got to say it again. What? That's when we were at NEW.
Yeah.
And it was a huge story. The guy was on the subway platform leaning over like we all do, and he was looking the wrong direction, and he got hit in the back of the head by the train because it was coming the other direction.
Yeah.
We beat the crap out of how stupid this kid was, and it turned out that someone that worked at NEW was their kid. What are the odds?
Yeah.
Wow. The guy survived, by the way, and he's doing fine.
He survived a train hit to the head?
Yep.
Who wants to fight him in a bar?
Yep. Yep. He was
almighty. What do you hit him with?
All
right.
Well, we got to take a break and continue our little list.
Sure. We could do that, Ant. I want to sneak the FU line in, though, first. It is Friday. Opie and Anthony, listen to this.
Thanks for calling the Opie and Anthony FU line. Here's the latest batch of FUs.
You have 8 new voice messages. First voice message.
Yeah, I want to start my day off by saying you to that fat Reverend Al Sharpton for giving that guy for writing that article in the Post about Plexico Burris. I hope Jim Norton, your wife, gives her the clap and you die from it, you fat, miserable bastard.
Next message.
I think it's a big FU to whoever came up with the idea of beeping seatbelt alarms when I'm driving around in my car and I'm putting around at 5 miles an hour and the thing's beeping in my face. I don't want to wear my seatbelt!
Next message.
I thought I'd send a big FU out to the lazy at the Borders in the mall who said, oh yeah, we have Jim Norton's book, but it's in a box and we're not sure what box it's in. You know, why would you take your fat, lazy ass back there and do your job and have the book out when it goes on for sale?
Next message.
I'm calling to say F you to my ex-husband. And anyway, I don't care that he's been a dirty rat because I've been the neighbor next door and he's better than you. So F you, Mr. W. F you.
Next message.
Hey, this is Bobby Bagpipes from Long Island. Just to kind of you out to the Hicks that were on the Long Island Railroad coming home from the Jim Norton signing. And these family of white trash couldn't keep their albino children under control and these little running around the train like monkeys. So them and their entire family.
Next message.
Hey, this FU goes out to Joe Buck and the Fox Network. Joe, you take it up the...
Next message.
This is Pat calling from Northport. I'd just like to send a big you to the Philadelphia Phillies and all their fans. Your city still sucks.
Next message.
I would like to give a big you to intern David. You are a idiot. You wouldn't know the Jewish religion if it smacked you across your Yiddish face.
End of new messages.
Call the Opie and Anthony FU line. 866-FU line 1. That's 866-FU line 1.
Thank you and goodbye.
Got another good one today. I'm going to give us an A as far as the radio show this week. I'm going to give it an A, yeah. Opie and Anthony on your radio dial.
We're doing the top 10 ways people have committed suicide in this country, and I have 2 that are absolutely on that list, but you have not got to. I'm guessing the numbers 2 and 4.
Okay.
People who scotch tape the kitchen cupboard so they can't get to the food and they starve. That's got to be up there.
Scotch tape, yeah.
Oh, of course. And this is definitely one. People who replace their shoes with bowling balls, so they're always falling down and bruising until they die. They tape bowling balls to their feet.
That's got to make the top 5.
It is the top 10. I'm going to guess that's number 3.
Yeah.
I've been laughing through the entire break because of Anthony's whole, everything's a mystery.
It's always a mystery. How many
when
pills
you get that
did
call.
you take? How long has it been?
Because in your head,
what did you take?
In your head, you're figuring, okay, the clock is running. So you're like, when did you take these pills?
Yeah.
I don't know, 4 or 8 hours ago.
It was like 2 or 10 hours. And I took them, and I don't. Yeah.
How many did you take? How many pills did you take?
How many did you take? Are you falling asleep? What's the matter with it?
No, sorry, I dropped the phone. Yeah, it was. I took a few. Or a lot. I'm not sure.
It's either 3 or 50.
Yeah, it was either strychnine or Pez. I'm not sure. But they come over quick. I don't know how much longer I can hold on.
Why? What is it? Whose prescription was it?
I found them. I don't know. They were in a drawer in a cabinet or something.
Whose name is on them?
It was somebody, I don't know, with a V in their name. I don't know.
How many pills are left? What's the milligrams? What pill is it?
I don't know what that is.
Just a mystery
Can
the
I
entire
get
time.
one goddamn answer out of you?
Don't start yelling. That's why I did this in the first place. Why is it?
Yelling at me's not going to help. And you're on the other side of the phone driving 100 miles an hour the wrong way on a cell phone. Hoping the kids are going to be all right because you left them at home. You had to get there immediately. Top 10 suicide methods. So we did drowning, 10, electric shock, number 9. Cutting a vein is number 8.
Number 8.
We covered all these, by the way. 7 is jumping. 6 is suffocation.
Yeah.
That's a biggie. That's impressive right there.
Damn.
5 is carbon monoxide.
The old Brad Delp way, which is the barbecue in the room. Tape up your windows and
is that
stuff.
How he did it?
Yeah.
He put a barbecue in his room, went to bed, and
I didn't
lit
even
the
know you
barbecue.
could kill yourself that way.
How do you sleep knowing there's a barbecue cooking in your room and you're going to die?
Yeah.
How do you doze off?
To wonderful fumes of the last steak you cooked
I was
in it,
going to
though.
say, how do you die with this?
Nice when the grill is getting hot and you're just like, well, maybe there is something to live for. A nice steak.
You die smelling the sweet smells of a barbecue.
Yeah.
That's a little weird. Everyone loves the smell of a barbecue.
Me
Doesn't.
too.
4 is poisoning. We forgot about that one.
Poison. What type of...
That's a rough one because
like
you're going to be doing a lot of
something.
You're going to be doing a lot of puking and just feel miserable.
Yeah, you're not going to look too good.
3 is hanging. 2 is drug or alcohol OD.
Oh, okay.
And 1, the tried and true, my friends.
Kablooey.
The old Bud Dwyer.
Yeah.
The old Bud Dwyer.
It's a great way to do it. But even that scares me because once that shotgun kid missed.
Oh, my God.
And it makes you...
No-face kid?
You look like a silly goose.
You just look silly with no face.
Like something out of a... Like when Daffy Duck would get shot in the face, except yours doesn't go back.
You can't put your face back.
Can we get a picture of that, Danny? That kid who shot himself
Bill would end up on his head.
Oh, Bird and Philly's right. Number 3, I messed up the list. Number 3, the best way to kill yourself or the most popular way. Talking to Lydia. Yes, that was...
Oh, yeah.
I didn't want to be insulting. You're right. Hey,
it's freezing in here.
It really is.
And by the way, another method.
Wow. Omega Coke.
Sean Young from Halifax. Oh, my God.
Halifax?
Oh, my God, he writes. My ex-girlfriend tried to overdose on pills, and she called me. Same as Anthony's bit. I always thought that when you guys hit close to home, I'd be insulted, but I love it.
That's it.
We're trying to get the audio of the guy that survived jumping off the Golden Gate Bridge. We had him on the show.
That guy absolutely wanted to kill himself until he jumped.
Well, he explains what happens because a lot of people wonder, do you have regret like, oh, I don't want to do this? And he said exactly that.
Yep.
As soon as he jumped, he realized, oh, my God, I want to live. And
wow. God, what was
Is that that's a real pick?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Come on now.
He's alive?
No.
I'm kidding.
We're looking at a picture of a guy.
Why? Oh, naive Anthony.
Both of us. It looks like a martini glass, but it's a skull.
Yeah.
The guy's neck
that
is
would
fine.
be when T-2000 in Terminator, when he got shot in the face and his chrome head came apart.
Yeah.
Well, that's it, but without the chrome. It's all red guts and an eyeball or two.
Barely.
Yeah, the end of the fly.
The only thing that is left is right under your nose, down.
Yeah,
everything above is gone.
His chin's in terrific shape.
Yeah.
He wants a little under the
That
chin.
looks like one of those shotgun right in the mouth, pointed upward.
Yep.
And just blew it out.
Yep.
I want a picture of the guy who survived the shotgun, because I think they said sometimes you'll actually, instinct, you pull your head back or your hand in the millisecond, and that's why there are people that will survive it.
You think there was an open casket funeral?
I hope so.
As a goof, you gotta.
It's like, oh, great.
What the hell?
Look, our friend, the old tulip head.
I hope they serve peak fiends out of that head.
Yeah.
Jimmy, are you talking about the Judas Priest kid?
Yeah, or the Ozzy, whichever one it was. The kid who shot himself.
Yeah, the Ray Belknap and James Vance. One of them died immediately. The other one needed massive surgery.
And lived.
Lived for a couple of years, and then he's dead now.
You're
kidding. No, I'm not harder than happy.
Oh, yeah, find that picture. He looked.
All right, let's go to Gary.
Love him.
Gary in New York.
Hey.
What's up?
What's going on, man? Used to work over in the transit depot over in Brooklyn and Coney Island.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got all our cars parked underneath the overhead L, and we're working up on the tracks, and this chick jumps right in front of a moving train.
Ooh.
And all her body parts come raining down onto our parked cars. It was horrific.
Yeah.
Hey, did you ever see the footage of, it was on the original Faces of Death, and a lot of those were faked.
Yes.
But there was one that was, I remember being real, it was in like part 1, 2, or 3, where it was a guy who had...
Or 4.
Yeah, really.
I know.
Thank you for narrowing it down.
It was the guy who had jumped.
3.
What the hell?
I know. I believe me.
That's hours of material we got to comb through.
And if not 1, 2, or 3, then you must chest 4 through 7.
Chest 4 through
Yes, chest 4 through 7.
You okay, Jimmy?
I don't know.
Did you take pills?
I did. I don't know how many. No, I want people to buy I Hate Your Guts, or I'm going to take more. Hey, no, it was a guy who had either fallen in front of a train or been pushed or jumped. Again, name all options. But he was trapped between the platform.
Oh, God, yeah.
And the thing, and he was propped up on his elbow and alive.
Yeah, just kind of like, how do you do?
But the problem there is, as soon as they removed the train, that guy died, right? Because
his guts come out. Yeah,
his guts.
I want to see that video again.
Yeah.
Oh man, that guy is in effed up shape on that picture that Danny is pulling up. Wow,
is that a real pic?
He looks like a fake.
Yes.
It looks like fake.
Can't see it.
Looks like a Disney animatronics guy.
Yeah,
it looks like a Muppet.
He's wearing a silly goose costume.
He every part of his facial features are screwy.
It's amazing his eyes are still there. He put his shotgun.
How do you know? Maybe they're fake eyes. He might be totally blind. That could be 2 glass eyes in there.
Oh my God!
He could have done a better job on his nose. How does he breathe?
Right.
Well, his nose looks like a foot. Looks like a heel and the bottom of a foot. And his chin. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's a handsome chin.
How'd they put that back together with they just grab a knee and some other mush and go here?
Just forget it, yeah. Just cut flesh off of him and stick it there.
Here's your new mushy nose. We got it from your ass.
Just old ass nose.
Yeah.
God, I looked like that a couple weeks ago when I had hives. Very similar. Hey, the phones are lit. We got Pat Duffy and Travis screening to try to get some of the better ones on the air. In the meantime, we can switch directions for a moment here. We got female bartender forced to work in kitchen after gaining 5 pounds.
Yeah.
We got the Dominicans eating a dead guy to survive. And massage customers are rubbed the wrong way.
Oh, what does that mean?
Want to go sexy?
Yeah.
All right, Dominicans eating.
No!
What?
I want the massage.
The massage?
Yeah, massage.
All right, let's go with the massage.
I've got many of them.
Rubbed.
These stories are really hot when the woman is getting inappropriately touched. And in this case, I think she didn't know how to stop the guy or something. Yeah. Here we go.
The people who cut your hair or trim your nails have to be licensed.
The I-Team learned that no state license, no training at all is required for someone who has you strip and lie down for a massage. Tonight, Jeanette Trumpeter tells us what you need to know to make sure you're not rubbed the wrong way.
As soon as it started, and he said, I think you have a really beautiful smile, or has anyone ever told you you had a beautiful smile? And I felt uncomfortable. I should have gotten up right then and left.
This one.
So why didn't you?
Wait, this woman, is that a guy?
I don't know what.
No, they're changing the voice, obviously.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, stop.
I felt very violated.
Sound like the world's tallest woman.
Yeah.
She used to talk like that. Right. Yeah, there it is.
Would you massage me? I would massage me. Oh, massage me. Massage me so good.
Oh. Best part of the movie. When she's screaming in that damn pit, and he just goes,
Yeah, because
it's really because he grabs the front of his shirt into points.
Pulls him out to make breasts for himself.
Yeah.
Oh, he's trying to imitate her screaming. Fantastic clip.
Mister, my mother's an LMT.
Oh, uncomfortable. I should have gotten up right then and left.
This woman is disguised at her request. She won a massage as part of a health and wellness event. It was not what she expected. It was in the way he touched her.
He was sitting in a chair, and then he took his other hand and he put it on top of my pelvis, as low as he could go.
Oh,
and he just sat there looking at me.
And in the things he said.
That I was a beautiful girl that must have developed early, and that's why my shoulders were rounded or hunched forward. And I'm thinking, oh my God, get me out of here. I'm being molested.
When it was over, she wanted to report him, but couldn't because no one had licensed him.
I think you got a little responsibility in this
Because
stuff.
of course you do.
I mean, this is
Speak up. Go, hey.
There's a theme in this show today.
What are you doing?
I understand, because I'm going to get the women coming out of the woodwork, but I understand you're in some situations that you're helpless, but what is she doing? You have plenty of opportunities to get up.
Yeah, or at least say, you don't find what you're doing right here inappropriate?
Yeah.
Just like put him on his guard. Put him on his guard right away.
So what do we got so far going on? Because it gets better.
Oh, does it?
Yes. So
right.
far,
hand on her pelvic
lower
area.
pelvis as low as you could get,
and then talking about how she must have developed early because she's a little slouched in the shoulder. Probably a way to get in the "you must have developed early" line, but still try to sound professional. Like that's why you're slumped over. But I could fix that with some massage. And everything. He's trying.
All right. Let's see what it takes for her to finally get up and leave.
Yeah.
Or does she? I don't even know.
For those cities that do license, the process varies from just paying a fee for a background check to proof of training by an accredited school.
Boring.
400 hours of training, $1 million in liability insurance, a list of references, and a background check. It gives the city peace of mind, and you a place to call if a massage seems questionable.
If it's something to do with inappropriate touching or technique like that, maybe one of the investigators and I would go out and talk with the therapist.
But just what is criminal when it comes to massage? In this woman's case,
she didn't say anything to stop it.
Because of that, Lieutenant Nancy Dunlap in Minneapolis' sex crimes unit says it would be hard to prove what happened to her was a crime.
Because she didn't stop it.
Why?
This isn't like a rape where you go, oh my God, what was she wearing? What was she? You don't take the victim and then turn it around like that. But this woman, I mean, you're in a place, a business. You're being massaged. He gets inappropriate. You speak up.
Next thing you know, the guy's hand smells like a California roll.
If you go into getting your hair styled, ladies, and a woman took out clippers and just started going down to your scalp, would you wait until you're completely bald before you go, hey, I don't think I appreciate this haircut? The second you hear, you'd be like, stop.
You would get up.
Yeah. That's the situation.
You're so right.
Dummy.
It's got me good today, man. The mystery.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to move on. I don't know.
I can't count. I just know I think it was a lot or a few. The big mystery. The vagueness. Just come quick. I don't know how much time I have left. You don't know much of anything.
By the way, I got a gun in front of me, too. What kind of gun? I don't know. It could be an AK-7 or a water pistol. I'm not really sure.
It's like a staple gun or a .357 Magnum. Or anything in between.
Why does it have to be a mystery?
I don't know. Because life's a mystery, isn't it? As is what's on the other side of it. But I'll find out soon.
Or maybe
unless you get here.
It's all in your hands now.
Keys under the mat. Let yourself in. Right. I'm making coffee now. I know it's going to hit me any minute. Or at least I think. Oh, right. We get it.
Then you stay up all night having coffee and talking over the problems. Don't worry. Tomorrow will be a new day. We'll take care of this.
The sun will come out. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. No, you're going to be all right? Can I go home?
Yeah, can I leave?
All right. I'll be all right.
All right.
Ugh.
I guess.
Then you try everything and nothing works. Sorry. More about the massage lady.
With more people trying massage for the first time, many may not know what is and isn't appropriate.
It's all about comfort.
What?
Yankee cranky.
What is she talking? You know.
Is there ever a guy complaining?
Never.
That it's like, hey, you're a little too close to the area that really feels good when you touch it.
I'm going to call the authorities.
There's a part of my body that feels better than any other part when touched. You're getting a little close to that. I just thought I'd tell you so you can feel free to get as close as you like.
Right.
with anything.
Why waste time on the shoulders and back? You want me to be relaxed?
Yeah.
You rub that one muscle. 3 minutes later, I'm Sam Sleepy. You've saved 57 minutes. You can.
I don't know. I'm tired. I got a massage and she did something to me.
Right.
How many? How many times did her hand move? I don't know. It was quite a few or a few.
I don't even think I can do the rest of the show now because it's all a mystery, isn't it?
Well, did you? I don't know. Dude, there's a towel involved, and
did he put his
some cleaning?
Did he put his Did he put his in your or what?
Yeah.
People trying massage for the first time, many may not know what is and isn't appropriate.
It's all about comfort level for the guest. So if you're feeling uncomfortable, you perhaps should decide to end that.
Yes! But the young woman we interviewed says that's harder than you might think. So be prepared.
That's not really my personality to just lay there and take it. But I think I was just stunned because I thought, this is really weird. And how weird does it have to be for me to get up and walk out?
That weird. Wow. As weird as it got. What is wrong with her?
The minute you're uncomfortable, stop.
Yeah, or just at least say something.
Right. What is she talking?
I'll tell you what. I stopped a male massage therapist one time.
Oh, I'm sure.
No. It was. I got a creepy vibe, and I got up and I'm like, man, I can't. And I actually stopped the massage. It was very quickly into it, and I realized the guy was a big fat fruit.
Where are you going?
No. It was. I was like, man, I just
sweetie?
can't.
Get back on the table, sweetie. It's okay.
He hadn't done anything inappropriate.
I'm just going to pull the towel down and feel a little bit of your upper buttocks. You seem a little tense in that area. Yeah, that's it. What's your name, Jimmy? That's a cute name.
It creeped me out.
Yes.
No, it was nothing that overt. It was no.
What kind of creeped you out?
It was
because you said you've had male massage and masseuses.
That were fine and masseurs.
And it's fine. What's the difference? What creeped you out if he didn't touch you inappropriately?
I think the softness of the voice. It was. I was draped and everything. There was nothing. It wasn't like it was just a vibe. And I'm like, man, I can't do this, man. I just have to have some excuse. It wasn't
he was nude?
No. That would have been a good little giveaway. Hey, what is this thing you're putting on my shoulder? You devil.
He's nude massaging his shoulders from, in front of you.
Yeah, no. Oh, my God. Nothing that hot.
How great would that be? And you're just like, is this inappropriate?
I'm not really sure if this is inappropriate. I don't know if I should leave or not. Yeah. Stupid broad.
It's also aromatherapy. I'm smelling onions.
Hey, is this really the way?
Didn't need a tonsil massage. Those feel fine.
Hey, I always thought the guys got the inappropriate massages, but Lisa in Ohio, wow, I want to hear more about this one. I had an inappropriate massage once, but I loved it. She writes. I thought only dudes got happy endings. It was fabulous, she writes.
Dirty girl.
Wow.
Yeah, those are 1 in a million, though. It's not worth taking a shot if you're one of these masseuse guys to try to,
Yeah, when do you make that move? Because, you know what I mean?
There's the appropriate, inappropriate line, to me, I think, in a massage, and I'm not very familiar with massages at all, but I know, the guys will massage a girl and get the back of her thighs, and there's when is it? Is it the brush? Is it the thumb brush? The thumb brush? Because that's a move you do in bed. That's like you're with a girl maybe the first time, you're kind of feeling around, getting things, and then you might rub the thighs and then go for the thumb brush.
I think it's a simple
And see if there's any elevation. You know, if the ass comes off the mattress a little bit. Yeah. If the thumb brush gives a response where it's like, oh, like a cat when you pet a cat down its spine.
Who's the guy that jammed his thumb in a pie or a pumpkin or a
yes,
plum?
Jack Spratt?
Jack Spratt,
no, who is that?
No?
Peter Pumpkin Eater? No. Who put his thumb in a pie and pulled out a plum?
Tom the Piper's son.
Tom, what?
What?
No. Tom, no, Little Jack Horner sat in a corner, eating his cursive.
No, that's one of those stories.
No, Little Jack Horner. Jack Spratt could eat no fat.
Oh, Ted in the shed.
I hate Ted.
He put in his thumb and pulled out a plum.
You know, getting back to your massage thing, I think if a woman agrees to a massage, not a professional, like if you're like kind of like hoping to
put in his meatus and out fell a fetus.
Yeah. Jesus.
It was Jack Horner.
Oh, Jack Horner is coming in, Ant. It's Jack Horner.
Little Jack Horner.
But I think if a woman agrees to a massage in that situation, I'm not talking at a massage place, that she's looking for action. And she's uncomfortable and looking for like the icebreaker.
Oh.
I don't think most women would agree to just a massage, like, you know what I mean? If you
women get a lot of those.
No, I mean, like if you're like kind of on the dating scene, you bring a woman back to your place, you're like, you want a massage. I think 9 out of 10, they're like also looking for action and they're looking for the icebreaker.
Oh, if you're just giving a massage and then they leave, like kind of a thing.
I don't think that is the reason why most women agree to a massage in that circumstance.
For a massage,
right?
You know, unless something's going on, I guess.
What happened?
Is that it?
What
happened?
Is that Little Jack Horner?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And how does it go?
Little Jack Horner sat in the corner eating a Christmas pie. He
pie.
He put in his thumb and he took out a plum and said, "What a good boy am I."
Aw. He's like
a good boy.
Jimmy.
Jack Horner sucks.
No, he doesn't. There was a plum in the pie to him. He had to get it.
Go play Call of Duty. What are you doing putting fingers in pies?
He put his thumb in a pie and pulled out a full plum. What a piece of crap pie that is.
No, it was an apple pie, and someone had dropped a plum in it, and Jack went, I'll get it. My thumb is it's a plum attractor.
My thumb.
Smack him.
Hey.
It's like, who put their thumb in a pie? I wanted a piece of this. Now it's all contaminated.
Or it was plum pie, so that it had a little bit of goo and pie crust.
Yeah.
Where's the plums? He's got 2 thumbfuls.
Chocolatey orbs.
Cocoa, I thought. No?
Cocoa orbs.
Cocoa orbs.
Hey, after the break, quick break, because, you know, now we have to end the show before 9, because why would we give everybody extra radio on the side?
Why?
That's just stupid, right? We got 2 quick clips from Kevin Hines. He was on our show. He jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge, the most popular spot in America to kill yourself, by the way, is the Golden Gate Bridge.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot the numbers, but they're way up, and they try to make believe it's not happening out there. They have a whole thing to cover up all suicides from the Golden Gate Bridge. It was that documentary we all saw called The Bridge, I think.
And they're actually building something on the bridge so people jump. It's like a metal netting.
Yeah. The bridge, this guy set up cameras for, I think, a year and caught many, many, many people killing themselves. And this film, when it came out, was very controversial. And we interviewed Kevin Hines, who was one of the guys who jumped off the bridge and survived. I mean, it's chilling what he had to say about it. And we'll give you a couple clips next. Opie and Anthony. Go check it out, the Opie and Anthony Show. Joe Piscopo. Look at that, an old friend. You didn't come here to talk to us, though. You came here to talk to the old people on that other station.
Guys, I came to say hi. We were together when I think Millard Fillmore was president. It was.
Yeah, it was
we were down at the other station. What was it?
And they were saying how groundbreaking that election was.
Well, I got to tell you, it was, and I said, by the time I see you guys, a black guy's going to be president, man.
Look at that.
I said, Jesus, look at this, you know.
Thinking we'd be broadcasting from the moon, I guess.
It's good to see you, though, fellas. I go in. I was on CBS FM. We're doing a show with Kool and the Gang November 13th for the boys and girls.
Kool and the Gang.
November 13th, NJ-PAC. Look at me. I'm getting the plug in now. You know?
Why not?
And you know what? It's going to be a good event for Boys and Girls Clubs in New Jersey. So they said, Opie and Anthony are over there. I said, get out of there. I haven't seen those guys since they got kicked off the air and then back again.
Yeah.
And I mean, remember the first day. This is nostalgic. I walk in, ladies and gentlemen, to the young listeners listening. I walk into Opie and Anthony, these new guys on the block. I walk in. There, on the couch, lies a naked woman. Thank you, boys. Thank you, boys.
And you didn't run. You didn't run. And
I didn't go, did I?
No. Some people do get a little spooked by that and leave.
Who's the guy that ran screaming from NEW?
I believe it was
John Travolta, Tom Cruise.
No, it was the guy.
No, that's not true, is it?
The guy from Police Academy,
makes
right?
all the voice, all the sound effects. Effect guy.
I remember that. I was on right after that guy.
That's probably.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because there was some debauchery going on.
We were supposed to interview him. Why, I don't know, but we were. And he saw the craziness happening in the studio. He actually got up off the couch outside the studio, and he didn't walk. He ran.
I remember.
He didn't want any part of the naked
like
woman
it was
thing.
yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, what was that guy's name? Come on, he did all the Police Academy.
Michael Winslow.
Michael Winslow, right? And he walked in. You see, but I stayed.
Yeah,
you did, which is why I could never run for political office. But
yeah, I know. That's what I think he was thinking. Like, I better get out of here.
No, it's Opie and freaking Anthony. Come on, give it a rest.
Are you know the context?
So you guys are on like 7 networks now. Wait, I can't count. So you're doing?
Yeah.
Is this local radio here? We're talking here.
Yeah, we're on locally here in New York, Boston, Cleveland, a bunch of other places.
What they call
also
terrestrial radio. We're on satellite radio also, but then we're exclusively on satellite after 9, and then CB channel 19.
I can't keep track
for the truckers.
I just can't keep. I'm getting too old. Like
we're doing a podcast.
UHF.
Are you doing a podcast?
No, of course not. We can't be bothered with this thing anymore.
Look at you guys.
We got FU money. We're just waiting for the day.
We do?
Well, I do.
I wish I did. I'm spending all mine.
That's the beauty of being a skinflint.
No, that's right, because you guys were on XM. You guys were on XM, and then they stole you back here, and then they made like they had the Don kind of negotiate a deal.
Yeah.
So XM was still in the play.
Yeah.
So after 9, you stay right in this studio.
No,
now we got to walk over to another studio. Yes, we do.
No, because they don't have the technology.
No,
like they plug it in. I mean,
two companies don't want to work together. They all both want to show off their their big what.
Oh, man.
So we have to suffer and go from one studio to another every day.
Is it in the same building?
No.
So you got to get in a limo. With champagne and
walk. What do you think you're talking to?
Prostitutes, whatever.
It's a rickshaw.
Get the boys broads; they'll be fine.
Yeah.
So what happened? Alimony? Now you done with that? Now?
Oh yeah,
wow.
It's almost done. Like not after 9 years.
Joe's been through that, right?
I wrote the book. Whatever you need to know, just tell me, huh? You liked it? I look at the suit I got on. The little thing. This is not an Opie and Anthony suit.
How do you still own that?
I'm gonna dress down.
How do you still own that if you have an ex?
She didn't take everything, obviously.
Wow.
That's a nice suit there, Joe.
We love the mothers of our children. You have to be respectful of that.
I don't have any children. That's just it. I have no reason to have any business with this woman at all. At all.
I tell you, man.
Except signing a check.
He's almost done, though.
Was she younger? Was she younger? I mean,
no. Now they are, Joe. You know how that goes.
No, I don't.
Once you bail out,
no, I don't. I have no idea at all.
You got to get them now when they're
21.
21. Right? There you go. See? Oh my God. Does Joe understand?
No. Not me, baby. Not me. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. Any video running here? No.
Of course not.
I'll tell you, I'm okay now, but last week I was in rough shape. I'll tell you.
What, you got something in your eye, Joe?
Oh, forget. What's with that? Then everybody goes, Joe, you should be with someone age appropriate. And the 70-year-olds, I don't know. I mean, I don't have to be disrespectful or anything.
Not to be, but, an ass like a snare drum. That's what you like. Boom, boom, boom.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Of course not. No, Joe, that's why I'm trying to enlighten you.
Thank you.
Yeah, right, sure.
Oh, but on the radio. But if I meet a young girl, they go, yeah, you were what? When? Where? But with you now on the radio with the 0-8 thing, I mean, you could get broads all over the place.
Well, you got to find girls that probably don't have good relationships with their dads, things like that. You reach a point where you need girls with what I call baggage.
I'm laughing because it's true. And if you have to meet a dysfunctional because that has a father figure problem.
Well, there you go.
But do you argue with that? Absolutely not. Because you know why? We're there to help.
Who am I to say, Joe?
Who are you to say? Who are you to freaking say this is a problem? This is not a problem. This is a good thing. This is a good thing.
Right.
Absolutely.
We haven't seen you in a while.
Come here, sweetheart. Hey, you look good. You want a father? I'll be your father. Hey, who's your daddy? Come here.
We haven't seen you in a while. Did you remarry?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I was married 20 years, and 20 years to the babysitter, guys. Don't forget.
Right.
So I ran off. But listen, it was 20 years, so it was a good thing. 3 beautiful. I keep having children. I'm like, I have a child at every exit, like I say. You know, I'm going to be the Anthony Quinn of New Jersey. And I love kids. I can't hold on to my wife.
So do I.
But, but you date them. I said, hey, I'll say, all right, I'm okay. I'm all right.
But seriously, folks.
No, but you stay married all the time, right?
I'm not.
Oh,
I'm getting married in a couple weeks.
Well, who's married for a long time?
I was married for a while.
I get mixed up with you guys.
And then I was in a long-term
You had the gay relationship between the two of you.
And then I went gay for a little while.
But that was not a bad thing.
You got to try out a little bit of everything.
Hey, come on now.
See what you like out there.
One of those. You should talk. You were with Eddie Murphy for a while.
I'll tell you, that's unbelievable. I said, no, you know what? Not true. Not true.
Not true.
All these rumors. I was there. You know what's exciting about that? Being on Saturday Night Live, being with Eddie Murphy, watching the meteoric rise of this spectacular talent. Yeah. I'll tell you what, this guy with the chicks was like a magnet. A magnet. Yeah. And I was right there. So, and I lived vicariously, but I should have probably vented everything then, because I was late. By the time I was late, then I ran off with the babysitter. That was like retarded. You know what I mean?
That's a good thing, though, I bet.
Can I jump in for 1 second here? On our phone line, we got Morin McCormick. We got Marsha Brady. Maureen?
Good technology. Is that XM? Or that was the...
blame...
Morin McCormick.
From...
Going once.
Sounds like me at the auction.
Morin McCormick, everyone.
She called in?
Maureen McCormick on line 11.
Maureen? All right.
Can I correct something?
Our exclusive static with Maureen McCormick.
Yeah. I have to correct something. I like an idiot. I announced my tickets for Atlantic City going on sale this morning. It's tomorrow morning for January 16th, 17th at the Borgata.
Borgata. We playing Music Box down there?
Yeah, do 2 shows there.
Oh, awesome. That is awesome. When's the day?
January 16th and 17th.
Let's go down.
You're gambling,
we'll
man,
get broads.
Joe?
No, absolutely not a dime. Not a freaking dime. Only with my wife.
Guy.
But aside from that, no, you don't. As a matter of fact, all the years that I play, is I don't go near the right. Do you walk through the casino because it gets dangerous?
I might spend $200 on the machine, like a little bit of the video poker.
Yeah.
But I'm an addict, so I don't trust myself.
You guys, you're performing in these places, so it's hard to. You're in them a lot more than I am. I go down there maybe once every 6 months, if that.
Do you go to the tables?
I go. Oh,
do you? Oh,
yeah.
Oh, we got to bring this boy down.
They
love that. We like to drop
poker.
big. You got to have the drop big. So blackjack. No, blackjack is cool. I can see that.
That's a fun game.
But some guys, the guys do craps. They do craps. They get there. They get pumped. And God bless you. Please continue to do it because it's our bread and butter. You know what I'm saying?
Well, casinos are hurting now.
I watched Dice one time. I used to open for Dice, and when he wanted to work, the Venetian was opening up. And I was the opening act, of course. He dropped, I think, $240,000 or $250,000 in cash, and then he got a huge 2-year contract after that. Cause like, oh, here's a guy who will gamble. So it was almost like a really smart move. He purposely went to that casino because he wanted a contract. It was really a brilliant move.
Because Frank Sinatra and everything, they all did. Yeah. They played the tables between shows, man. They went between shows and later. And I see Bruce Willis go down. Bruce he does a great thing down there. There's that blues band, which is sensational. And then he'll hit the tables, do blackjack and to the tune. Not me, man. I'm in my room with room service. Yeah. All by myself, concentrating on the next night's show. That's really me.
Look
That's
at
me.
you.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Hold on. We're going to try this again. Maureen McCormick.
Good morning.
Hi. Hey, Maureen, you got a book out, right?
I do. It's called Here's the Story.
Oh, great. Thanks. Joe, so...
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, no.
Well, they want us off here at a certain time, so there you go.
Wait, did you... Tell me it was an accident.
That is not even right.
Should have wrote the book 20 years ago. Who wants to read it now?
An iconic figure.
Wait a minute.
Really?
Guys, hold it. I need to be the mediator here. Because you guys are always wacky, you're always crazy, and I'm always going to be the calming force in the storm. Hold on. Yeah. So this girl calls. There's probably months of publicity. Yeah. A PR person says, we'll get you an Opie Anthony. Yeah. So everybody's afraid to go and Opie freaking Anthony. Because then I know you guys as nice guys. They all know you as Opie Anthony. Crazy. So she comes on. She goes into and then she goes, hi, that's it. And that's the shot. Could you at least mention her book to buy it? What's the name of the book? Come on.
She got the name out, right?
Yeah. I forgot the name.
Right? Maureen McCormick, Here's the Story.
Here's the story.
Surviving, what's it say?
She was having sex with guys.
Stop. Surviving Marsha Brady and Finding My True Voice. It's a beautiful book. It's breaking windows. Okay,
she was having sex with guys.
You guys are, I'll tell you, what a tough act.
I actually do want to read that book. afterwards because she had like a real story afterwards. I mean, she was like, she wasn't hooking, but she was having sex with guys for drugs. She admitted that. You know,
She said, "Is that right?"
Oh yeah.
You cut her off?
Well, we got to go now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I come with respect.
You could go to the satellite portion of the show and curse with us if you
know,
want.
a Jersey paisan is always going to be respected when you walk in here, my friend.
You know what, guys? I've known you since day one, and you guys, I'll tell you what, despite what your listeners think, despite you guys are good
or
guys,
look like.
man. And you know, I shouldn't break the image, but thanks, guys. I come with.
And Erox gives us a picture of the last time you were on our show.
Wow, look at that.
1999. And wow, that time's a bitch. I mean, Joe, you're not Asian, but we sure are.
No, baby. When I go do TV now, they go, Joe, you want makeup? I go, no, surgery, please. I want that immediate surgery anymore. Get in my eyes. Oh God, that's when you guys first started out.
Yeah.
You said, that's when you first started paying alimony, right there.
Yeah. Well, this might have been right. Yeah, this was probably just at the point.
Yeah.
Look at the look on your face.
I had my whoopsie daisy.
Yeah.
And
man.
That was before 3 suspensions and 2 firings, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah. The good old days.
What is it? Opie and Anthony on the radio. Hey, guys, thanks. Good to see you guys.
What's the plug, Joe?
What are you doing?
No, you know what? It was just cool again. Boys and Girls Clubs of New Jersey help out the boys, these great, wonderful, beautiful children. We do a lot of nonprofit work now, because I'm old. I always feel like I have to give back a little bit. So, in the great state of New Jersey, are honoring the Boys and Girls Clubs. We're doing Cool in the Gang at NJ Pack. Thanks for letting me get it in. At beautiful NJ Pack in Newark. So, we do a concert next Thursday night. That's what I wanted to come in. But
that was Frank?
I do. I go out through the whole show. We do it in Atlantic City. We do it in Vegas. I played the Montreal freaking Jazz Festival this year.
That's cool.
Check that out. Montreal. What was I doing there? We did another jazz festival. I go out with the guys, and he's going to cut me off. There's going to be a dial tone in about 3 seconds. I said, and I don't even know how I got here, but I'm having a blast. So yeah, come see the show. It's a lot of fun.
And you do stand up still?
Yeah, most of the act is like the show, an hour and 15. What do we do? 75 minutes. The casino show. It's a casino hour. They always tell you, and half of it's comedy.
I have an opener and I do 50. I have an opener and I do 50.
I have with me. I actually bought. I swear to God, I have it with me. Letterman doing a top five. Do you don't have time to do it?
Do it.
A top five orders issued by President Obama. The top 5 orders to be issued by President Obama. This is what I do in the act, but you can't see the teeth and glasses, so just go there. Number 5, Obama's going to change the first line of the Star Spangled Banner to Oprah, can you see? Is that good? Number 4, at the inaugural concert, Barney Frank will introduce Liza Minnelli. Is that good? Is that good way to say it?
Go.
Number 3, it will be illegal to say my friends and Maverick anymore. Number 2, Alaska must secede from the Union, ladies and gentlemen.
This is going great.
And the number 1 order to be issued by President Obama on the $5 bill, Abe Lincoln will be replaced by Karl Marx. Thank you very much. There it is right there.
I'm funny.
And I'll tell you, that's it.
My head hurts.
What can I tell you? I got shtick. I'm bringing material.
Wow, Joe, you gave us a lot of energy to end the show today. Thank you so much, sir.
Good to see you.
We'll see you soon, all right?
You guys, take care.
And thanks to CBS FM. We don't really like those guys, but they did the right thing today.
They're great.
They did the right thing today. So.
I have
go,
tickets
Jimmy.
tomorrow, Atlantic City, January 16th, 17th, and my book is in stores now. So if you want to get it, get it.
Guts.
Yes. Thanks, guys.
All right, Joe Piscopo. And we'll also want to thank Morin McCormick for calling the show today as well. Have a good weekend. If you're not joining us, blah, blah, blah. We'll see you Monday. Oh, for this side of the show, someone remind me, we do have the clips of the guy that survived jumping off the Golden Gate Bridge.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't have time because Joe ran in, which is, that takes precedence.
No.
So if someone reminds us, we'll do that for you on Monday, please, because we're going to forget, because it's going to be a long weekend. Remind us, we'll play that Monday. All right.
Yes, hi. Is this the program director?
No. Who's this?
Okay. No, I just have a little bit of a complaint.
All right, who's this?
Well, no, hi. My name's Paul. The 2 gentlemen that are on the radio now?
Paul, I'm just an intern. Let me get the program director you want?
Yeah, or somebody, please.
Okay, hold on a minute, please.
Engineering.
Hi, engineering. How are you?
Very
Could
good.
you guys do me a favor?
What's the
I'll give you guys $100 cash under the table to pull a plug on them 2 blabbermouths. Tell them to play some music.
Oh, you want programming? This is engineering, sir.
Oh, programming, please.
Oh, please hold.
Yeah, hello.
Hey, do me a favor. I'll give somebody in programming, whoever it is, I'll give them like $500 under the table to shut these guys up for a little while. Play some music or something.
What are you talking about? This is the Jock Lounge.
Oh,
where the DJs hang before they go on the air.
Oh, no, they keep transferring me around. I want to talk to somebody. I mean, these guys are a little bit ridiculous today. Let them. They call themselves disc jockeys. Let them throw on some discs.
All right, hold on a minute.
Something.
You want the PD or the general manager?
I guess the program director would be fine. I'm not going to bother the general manager.
Maintenance.
Yeah, you guys keep ping-ponging me around. Is there any way to shut those two dudes up?
You want programming, sir?
Sure, why not? I'll hang out and play the game. Go for it.
Programming.
Hi.
Hi, what's up?
Oh, I don't know. I'm trying to talk to somebody to keep Tweedledum and Tweedledum just a little bit quieter and play some more tunes. Is that possible?
Who's Tweedledee and Tweedledum?
No, Tweedledum and Tweedledum. And them two yahoos you got blabbering on the radio, they sound like two old women from Long Island. Is there any way to keep them quiet, you two GJs, and just play a couple of more tunes? Is that possible?
So you looking for programming?
I don't know who they got me looking for now. Where did I get now?
No, I apologize. We're having a problem with the phone system. Can you hold on one last second?
Hey, no problem. I'm cool.
All right, hold on.
You've reached 1-900-SUCK-MY for hot gay male sex. If you like big fists up your ass, stay on the line. You'll get a hot right in your mouth to blow all over that face of yours. Wow.
The Norton and Faggot Show. That's what we should call it, program.
I know how to handle cock. All my cocks got in.
iPods, corn on the cob, smoothies, egg white omelets, bagels and seltzer. Never. Starbucks apple cake. Absolutely. And rollerblading.
White cocks, black cocks.
Two fruits.
I know how to handle cock.
Not only do I know how to handle cocks, I love doing it.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show continuing. We played an old bit in there, and if you're listening to the replay, maybe this won't make any sense, and I apologize, but because I think we cut out those bits in between shows, don't we? Sometimes.
You know what?
Who the hell knows?
I'll try. I'll do my best to keep that last segment in, so this makes sense.
So this makes sense. Okay, good. And it sounded like Fred from Brooklyn.
A lot it did.
A lot.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm going a little too inside, but Fred from Brooklyn is like a hardcore fan of. Well, he used to be a hardcore fan of our show, and he's one of the guys that decided to be more of a hardcore fan of Ron and Fez. I know what goes on out there. I'm not stupid. But also enjoys our show. And that old bit from probably 1999 sounds a lot like Fred from Brooklyn. And I'm wondering if it was him.
I don't know. I'm horrible with fucking, like, voices over the phone.
Really?
And, yeah, and shows. Like, my ex used to be... She could watch a commercial and hear a voice of the person that's narrating the commercial and go, oh, that's, Donald Sutherland or whoever. I'm like, how the fuck do you know that?
But you do voices, so
yeah, but
why wouldn't you pick up on that stuff?
I am the worst at it.
That's so weird.
It's like, oh, that's fucking Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
Like, I can't. And then once you hear it, it's like, or on The Simpsons, you're watching The Simpsons and you go like, oh, that's, Naomi Campbell or something.
Steven Tyler.
Like, I have no idea who the fuck that is. But unless the character is, made to be them on the show. But
you have to have a good ear to do what you do, so that's kind of weird to me.
I'm horrible at it.
What are you going to do? Joe Piscopo, how fun was he, huh?
Joe Piscopo, boy, when he was doing his list and you were
what happened?
Playing little sounds over it.
Well, what happened?
That was really uncomfortable, but very, very funny. Very funny.
Really funny.
It was his big bit. He was all excited to do it for us, and it's probably his closer.
His closer?
It was probably his closer when he does his thing. He probably does that and then does a Frank Sinatra song.
I don't know why I got nervous at first when he said, I got an Obama list here. I'm like, where's the dump button?
Oh, boy.
I'm like, let me just get ready on the dump button.
We were having him record IDs over at K-Rock.
Yeah.
He made us replay them so we could hear them, and if he didn't like them, he made Tim delete them and redo it again.
Oh, so we didn't have any material to kind of...
No goof audio.
Like, okay,
no, I
Opie and Anthony show.
I have some. I'm going to go cut up now, but all the good stuff he made us delete.
Joe Piscopo on your radio dial. Hey, someone helped us out with the Friday guy, and there's a website. Did you guys get any audio of him?
I got to pay. Well, I got to do some more research to find it for free. But apparently, there is a website that I was at before where they do have some of his air checks, but it's on a CD for like $16.
It's worth it.
So
if it's the same CD I used to have, it's worth it. I'm talking about that crazy guy that does the It's Friday clip.
His name was, if I hope I'm getting this right, it was Murray Saul, and he was an old Cleveland jock.
Really? Cleveland. I had that wrong. I thought it was West Coast.
All right. It might be worth, playing a few of his clips from his old radio show. Elliot Spitzer, no criminal charges, whatever. He must have dirt on people.
That is odd.
Think? Oh, yeah.
I think I think what happens out there to some of these people in high places, they look at you and go, you suffered enough, screw it.
I think they just kind of let you go because you're a person in a high place.
I think he has dirt on people because a lot of people, he had a lot of enemies.
Well, that is true. He did have a lot of enemies, and he knew a lot about people because that was his job to kind of look into people's shit.
But don't you think he would have said something by now? Because he really got screwed.
No, because then they dropped the criminal charges, so why would he blow his ace in the hole?
Holy fucking Secret Service that Obama has.
Yeah.
It is just the amount of Secret Service.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
The show of force.
Cool. He's the most protected candidate ever. Yeah, he has to be.
I've asked you this a couple times. Have you've ever seen the motorcade go by? It's a sight.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
No, like where you're literally on the curb.
I saw it coming through the city, George Bush.
It's amazing.
So the helicopters coming in.
Yeah.
Marine One.
It's just amazing to watch.
Pretty cool.
You get sucked up with the energy that causes.
Yeah.
But you think there's going to be more for him?
Well, yes.
You really
do? A hell of a lot of Secret Service protection. And he's the kind of guy, being the young guy that he is, and with the way he ran his campaign, who seems like he'd be out in the public, and want to press the flesh, as they say.
Yeah.
But wow, I don't know how much of that they're going to allow him to do because obviously there's people that have bad intentions.
Yeah.
Is he here? Okay.
Noah's really fast because I know we got Bernard Hopkins coming in here in a second. But the Obama thing, where they said now that he's president, like they swept him away to read like secret documents and all that. Yes,
I was saying that yesterday. It's like the first thing they do. But the first thing they do is here's your security briefing. And they give you a bunch of these secret documents that you get to read, that you're privy to.
Which proves our point and Bill Burr's point that you're not really... There's other people above you because they're holding on to the secret documents until you become president. And then say, all right, here you go. You better read up on this stuff. I would think that...
It's like sitting there and then you must go, holy shit, here I go. Let me crack this open.
Big breath.
What do we got here?
Oh, my God. Wow, they really don't like black people. I'm in a quandary.
It's actually written here.
Right. But that, I thought that if it came down to maybe the two main guys, they start reading that stuff. Just in case, like, let's say Barack reads some of this stuff and goes, whoa, I don't want to be any part of this.
Too late, you're in.
Right.
You want out now. There's no getting out.
You think they throw a little something in there like Bill Burr talks about?
There's no getting out.
By the way, this is exactly what happened to JFK. I know it's Bill Burr's bit, but it kind of went down yesterday where they're showing them the documents.
Yeah,
that creeped me out yesterday.
The secretive things that are going on, a little creepy.
All the stuff about Iraq and
whatever
and whatnot.
The more time goes on between the actual election and his inauguration, the more secure I am in the knowledge that is just another president.
He absolutely
This is going to be just another presidency. It's going to be a very democratic, very liberal. I'm not going to be very happy financially with it, but business as usual.
I think so.
You can argue the politics with our next guest.
Yes.
Let's get Bernard in here.
Certainly
Bernard
will
Hopkins.
Not.
Bernard, you got to promise not to punch anybody. You're not going to punch us, right?
No.
Oh, my God.
I like that.
Oh, my God. Obama's already made him a sergeant.
Hey, man.
What happened?
I'm in. We're all going to be partying.
So you got
at the White
stripes
House.
on there and stuff. Damn.
Yeah, man. There's a lot going on with that secret this, secret that. But
yeah. They gave him a bunch of secret documents to read yesterday. Like, the first thing they do is hand over these documents and go, all right, here's what it is. That's why I think it's just going to be, business as usual.
I think it's going to be a lot different. I mean, I'm not sounding overwhelmingly, but, I mean, he's not even sworn in yet, but already he's been set up from the door to fail. I mean, he's coming in at one of the worst time in history.
Yeah.
It's a tough time to be president.
Exactly. So we all agree probably here that it ain't going to take 4 years to turn it around completely. But I think that once he set up his generals and the soldiers, I think that, in the politics situation, I think that the process will will pick up. But it's going to be a while.
It's going to be a tough job, man.
Exactly.
I wouldn't want to step out.
So hold on to your quarters and your dimes.
Paycheck also.
Exactly.
Did you think it was going to happen? Because a lot of black guys I know were like, I didn't believe this was going to happen until the day the election actually happened. Like, were you optimistic up until the very end, like until it happened?
Not until early voting was introduced. I think that helped a lot. A lot of young people, black, white, Chinese, whatever. A lot of young people.
Not so much Chinese.
Yeah, well, that's Korean. But I'm telling you, you're right about that. But I'm telling you, this is a clear sign that the youth and the younger people in America, which is the future that holds up America, really stood up. I mean, we have all kinds of computer technology, YouTube, where you can go and look at like debates from last week or 2 months ago, and then make your decision who you're going to vote for. It was the backbone of the youth, the backbone of the colleges having rallies. This never been done. I'm 43. That I remember in any time where the overwhelming of, say, from 25 to 19, from 20 to 26, that was really talking about. You got rappers talking about voting. I mean, for whatever reason. So a lot of young people got involved. A lot of young people was physically involved and speaking about it. I mean, celebrities always have their little, say here and there, but that was overwhelming. It was just, but I wasn't surprised because I seen the movement as it was affecting, coming to pass. But they were the other side, the Republicans. They were surprised. I think they slept on Barack. I think they slept on Barack from day one.
But I tell you one thing. Palin jumping on told me that they knew.
It was over.
I think once they started to see how he was pounding Hillary, who's a seasoned politician. Yeah. I don't think anybody wanted to really run with McCain, and I think that dumbbell was the only one that they could get because I think they almost saw Barack as unbeatable.
That's when I knew Barack was going to win it.
Yeah,
when they picked Sarah Palin.
That was a desperate move.
That's desperation.
That was
they were taking a big chance there.
Coming out of Alaska, having some little laundry aired out. Mm-hmm. It was just she didn't know anything.
Yeah,
I mean, it was just like unbelievable. I mean, it was a thing where you knew that something was not going to be good on that side.
When you get stumped on what magazines do you like, you're in deep shit in a political arena. When you can't answer that one.
Well, they airing her out now. They to save McCain's brother. Well, he's kind of old, but still, he still want to be in somewhere in the politicians. He's still going to be Arizona's guy. But at the end of the day, she's being thrown on the bus like. I mean, and rightfully so.
And how scary is it, though, that people are like, oh, yeah, we knew she was a dumb bitch. We just couldn't say anything out of this politeness that we had. It's like, well, how did you say this before?
They said it, but they was diplomatic about it.
Well, it's coming out today that, that everyone knew. But they didn't want to report that on Fox.
Oh, yeah, they are airing it out behind the scenes. And
we're like, why not air it out when it's going down, man?
Can you imagine if it wasn't early voting and something happened like alleged Miami situation a couple of years back, 4 or 5 years back? Can you imagine if she would have got in?
Right.
Oh, that's scary. Now, okay, we got to deal with a scary situation now. But can you imagine hearing all this after the fact?
Yeah.
I mean, what if the mistake would have became reality?
Yeah.
I would have moved to Costa Rica somewhere. Every dime I made in the ring, I'd have been out of here.
They would go, geez, her own people are calling her an idiot.
But in all fairness, they could be saying the same thing about Biden. Behind the scenes.
Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now I'm a Delawarean. I've been living there for 11 years, originally from Philly.
Wow, I thought I was safe with that one.
I mean, exactly. Biden, I think Biden has a lot more knowledge than Sarah Palin. I mean, we all agree to that.
Absolutely.
I mean, if you had a choice between the two, you would take Biden.
Simply by being male.
No.
One of the reasons.
My point being, maybe
we don't have to deal with that monthly stuff,
My point being, maybe those two don't get along, behind the scenes. Who knows? Who knows for real,
But it's going to be interesting to watch, though. We're going to have a lot of talk radio about this.
I'm into it, man.
Oh, yeah.
I'm into to see what happens.
But I tell you, the bar is high. And it should be in some ways. In some ways, it's going to just come with the territory. Like being a champion, like being a talk host. Things come to you that you just got to deal with. Barack is going to, people are going to expect things in 6 months. That's not fair.
That ain't
people are going to expect things in 2 weeks. I'm telling you.
They're going to have no patience.
Hey, exactly. It's going to be people, I hate to say it, it's going to be people that's black that think they ain't got to work no more. It's going to be people that's white that think they ain't got to work no more. The thing is this, is that Barack is first of all, he's a politician that has to I guess he has people he has to answer to too. I mean, he got a we got a Democratic
Michelle.
Yeah, a lot of people in the Democrat as far as the Senate and things like that more than ever. But at the same token, I mean, things got to get voted on.
Right.
Things got to get vetoed or whatever. So it's not a one-man show here.
What difference? I was going to just say really fast, how do you keep your brains fighting so many fights? You're a smart guy, man.
Ducking helps.
Ducking.
Ducking help. I mean, that's the first order. When I talk to young fighters, and I've been boxing as a professional since 1988.
Wow.
I started as an amateur at 8 years old, come from a family tradition of boxing on both sides, mother and father. The first thing I tell a youngster when they come up and ask me because of credibility is that, forget the left hand, forget the right hand for right now.
Yeah.
Learn how to duck.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So if you put them in the gym and you set up a situation where things are coming at them, hammer, chisel, whatever, you learn how to duck. Hurts.
You know what? I just want to finish by saying I think I lost more brain cells doing talk radio than you did fighting.
Boxing, yeah.
Right.
1988, my first professional debut.
It's got to be said.
How old were you?
At that time, I'm 43. I say
23?
23, 24.
And it was a loss, right? Your first fight was
a split decision to a guy, Clinton Mitchell in New York City. Yeah, he was from New York City, but we fought in Atlantic City.
49, 5, 1-1, 34 knockouts. Wow.
Yes, never been knocked out. Been knocked down once, 15+ years ago. Never been cut. I'm blessed.
That knockdown.
In 1995, I went to Quito, Ecuador, for the guy from Ecuador named Segundo Mercado. And it was a tough fight. I'll tell you this.
No doubt.
I knocked him down once. He knocked me down twice. I left Quito, Ecuador with a draw. That's a win from American side of things. I mean, I went to another man's country and fought my heart out and got a draw.
What was that like for you, though, to be knocked down for the first time? Like, did you just hit the canvas and go like, holy shit?
I'm sitting on my ass and say, how the hell I get here?
Yeah, what happened?
But then, you eventually, if you're not hurt, and, it's like a flash knockdown. You on your seat of your pants. You look up and the referee's counting. Get to 10. You're out if you're not up.
But I could understand a fighter that maybe you've been knocked down a few times. But that for you, did that do anything to your confidence during that fight? Did you go, holy shit, I might be in trouble now?
No, I said I'm going to kick his ass when I get up.
Oh, that just pissed you off?
It pissed me off.
That's the difference between a fighter and us. I go, oh, boy, please don't hit me again. He gets angry.
Yeah.
I'm going to really kick
It kicks into another gear. You're like looking up like, wait a minute. You know what I mean? Holy shit, I'm on the ground now. So it's like, you get up.
Damn.
If you got your bearings, you get up.
Yeah, you got into boxing because of a prison stint. Is that true?
Well, no, I picked up boxing. I picked back up and I resumed boxing once I went to the penitentiary at 17. But I've been boxing since I was 7, 8 years old.
Okay.
Part of that was a thing that I use to get things that I want, to intimidate and to get the respect in the neighborhood, because you had the lambs and the wolves in the neighborhood, and of course I ran with the wolves. And when you got that type of respect and power, no matter where you're at, especially in the hood, it brings power like any other CEO, any other person that has people attention, whether it's negative, whether it's positive. You're like a magnet. People want to be your friend. People are afraid of you because what you can do to them. So that, I became drunk with that. I became, it's like this, like I'm the king of the neighborhood. I'm the king of the jungle. And you had other little kings here and there that eventually y'all clash and eventually y'all become friends, kings of kings, or y'all become enemies. So that led me into doing things that wasn't, and I'm not proud of it 20+ years later, but it was something that molded me to be where I'm at in this studio now as somebody, as an inspiration. I believe that I am a part of what they call American dream. I understood later on I had to really take that route. Me, personally, I had to take that route to know the things that I know, whether it's politician, whether it's finance, business, whether it's boxing. I've learned a lot of things over the last 20+ years.
But you saw stuff in prison that really got you on the right road?
Absolutely.
Like what?
A lot of bad things, man. I seen things. I've stopped a lot of things and certain things I couldn't stop, couldn't be everywhere. And I wasn't this crusade guy saying leave him alone. This guy owed this guy money. This guy owed this guy cigarettes. This guy owed this guy a bet. So, I mean, you seen people getting extorted, you seen people getting raped, you see people getting beat up, you seen people just being bullied. Prison, like any prison in America, has the negatives in it, and it has, believe it or not, some positive. And when you're in that situation, being young, you gotta understand. I'm 17. Most people just getting out of high school. They'll say I'm introduced because of my behavior, introduced to the university of reality of life. And when you're there with, if you had a robbery and this guy got 2 homicides, you're in the same cell.
Jesus.
You leaving in 5 years, he leaving in two lifetimes. Two lifetimes. Right. So he has nothing to lose. You're looking for a future after 5 years. So you see what you're dealing with. You're not in the cell where you got a guy that got the same charge you had, the same sentence. So now he has a problem because you're getting out eventually. He's never getting out.
Does that take the toughness away from you a little bit? Knowing that this guy's nothing to lose?
That's the wrong time to let your toughness get taken out of you. Matter of fact, some enhance the toughness. You can't overplay it because then you expose of being who you're not for real.
Holy
so
shit.
The test comes right away at the receiving room. When you see those old or even new movies where a guy got his blanket, the guy has his
on him from
his stuff, you're walking down that tier, yo, that's not TV. That's reality. And when you're walking down, and it's like, you think you're on a runway or some model show or something. I'm sitting there like,
you kind of are, I think.
I'm sitting there like, wait a minute, you got to watch how you walk down this place. I mean, you got 2 tiers, and everybody's looking. He's talking to 100-something men, and everybody's plotting to see who's the new fish.
Oh, shit.
And so, yeah, you got the ones that's coming in with the hard look, the broken up face. That's the one to get.
Why do they allow that to happen? I never understood
that. They can't control it.
They just can't control it.
They can't control it. Unfortunately, is more.
But they walk in right through the middle of it. They can't bring you in the back door and go.
No.
The back door's not the word you want to use.
Part of the structure of that is to introduce you to what you have to face and what you got yourself into, and basically take this long walk down this New York City block to get where your cell is at. And trust me, not only, like he mentioned, spitting, hollering, assaulting you verbally, like basically just saying, you're mine now, and you just got in. You know what I mean? You only get a chance to shop yourself around first. You know what I mean? You come in like that, man.
Hey, I want to at least look around.
I want to at least look around. I mean, he got long hair. I don't like that. I like the boy guy with the tattoo on his head. God's sake,
I respect the honesty, because we ask some people that have gone to jail, and they're like, I don't want to talk about that.
Hey,
I'm not here for that, blah, blah, blah.
To me, whether it's serious or a joke, I think is a message that need to be said, and that's just the character of Bernard Hopkins. I keep it real. And that's what the station is about.
What is the fine line you have to walk? Like, 'cause it's always been interesting to me, like you said, you don't want to overplay your hand and be something you're not.
I know what you're ready to say. I got a quick answer for that.
What?
Trust nobody.
Trust nobody?
Sounds like
rule
radio.
Number 1.
Like when you carry yourself, you said the hard face. Look for the guy with the hard face. Is that the guy you're supposed to fight? The guy who is obviously a problem. So you're
well, obviously he's camouflaging something that he don't want you to be exposed. So it's the opposite of I ain't gonna mess with that guy. The guy that's not presenting himself like a tough guy is like the guy. You remember the movie Tombstone? And you remember the guy said, "I'll be your Huckleberry." It's an old saying about that. Doc Holliday didn't talk a lot. Wasn't I do this? I'll big bad wolf. I'll blow your house down. But cold killer. They the guys that don't have that facade. Here come it's like the guy in the neighborhood, the bully in the neighborhood. The first fight he get into, he's no more the guy that everybody respects. Matter of fact, they find out all this time he can't even fight. His size, his voice, his demeanor scared most people. But that's what I mean about that facade. And then you got those who live up to. It's a catch-22 depending on who the individual is. You got some of them guys that just look like that, just had that look and can back it up. It's like a fighter. You going in, you're talking this and that and that. You going in, and the guy get hit in the stomach and he don't get up.
There's another guy's face, because I'm always fascinated by the stare down that you guys do. It really is. There's very few things.
It's awesome.
Because both of you know you have the ability to knock each other out. Both of you know that you're in there with a really. Is that a real moment?
I have the advantage though.
You do
with the stare
because you have a better stare, or you're not afraid of his.
Look at it.
It ain't a better stare. It's a stare that I had to have, and it had to be something that was was credible and something that was serious. And it come from D-Block. It come from walking down that tier. It come from being there for 56 months. And I want to emphasize young, not 30, 40 years old. I've been back 20 times and I'm used to it. We talking 17 years old. Okay, you talking, yeah, I've been in reform schools. I've been in juvenile facilities. But this is like Rawway in Jersey, in Philadelphia. It's called Gradeford. It has that type of maximum security flavor to it. So when boxing became the most important thing of keeping me out of prison, the stare, the intimidation, the body language, that plays into the sport that I've been in for 20 years, and how convenient for me to be at a press conference, to be in a ring, where a guy's talking about doing something to me prior to the fight, and he looks at Bernard Hopkins' face, and he looks in my eyes, and he sees something that he never seen in other guys he fought. That doesn't come from training in no gym. Trust me. That doesn't come from no reading a book or watching a film of a fighter. I had to keep that credibility in my demeanor 5 years of my young life and survive those years with serious dudes, serious guys. I had little robberies. These guys had homicides. These guys killed their brother, some of them. You got to understand,
Jesus Christ.
When I'm looking at a guy, he sees totally different than what he's seen in any other fighters, because I'm bringing that in my my demeanor, and it's the truth. It's what I lived. And so that's an advantage for me. Even in a tough situation when I'm boxing and I'm fighting, I'm going back to those days to help motivate me that I can't lose and why I shouldn't lose. So I really think that emotionally and experience from that side of the world, from that side of a time in my life, I have the advantage. And that's a big advantage when it comes to combat, when it comes to sport, when it comes to intimidation, when it comes to being tough, because now I've been schooled and I've survived those years when I wasn't even a fighter. So now let's go.
And you were involved, I know, you had some a connection to MMA, to Affliction, I think, right?
Yes, with Golden Boy, who is a partner. I'm a partner of Golden Boy, and Affliction just came on. We just got them on board as the shareholders in business.
Yeah. And Fedor, I think Emelianenko is how you say his last name, heavyweight, undefeated. Well, he lost one fight, but it was a cut. That, as far as I'm concerned, he's undefeated. That guy should have lost on a headbutt. And to me, he's a big Russian, and he is a fierce guy. And he has, I think, the most frightening stare down, because he's not trying to frighten the other guy. He has that casual, I almost regret that I have to do this to you. There's almost a very soft look he has that is so menacing, which I guess in a way I kind of understand what you're saying by watching him.
Absolutely, because it's like, if the opponent don't understand why this guy's staring through me, that's a problem. Yeah. And some mastered it, in part of their game and never really felt that way, but they sort of, I mean, Muhammad Ali was not a really tough-looking guy, but Muhammad Ali used his charisma, he used his mouth and his taunting to get under guys' skin. Sonny Liston, Joe Frazier, called him the gorilla, had a dial hitting the gorilla like that. But these are the things. These are the things
publicly humiliating these guys. We're not used to that.
But you got those serious guys. I mean, let's talk about Kimbo Slice before the last fight, whatever. Kimbo scared a lot of guys. And you see this guy look, you got a guy with a bald head, need a shave, black man. He coming in there, he look like an angry black man. Yeah. And so now the guy looking at this guy and say, "Oh shit, I gotta fight him." Automatically, 90%. The other 10 is the physical. When it actually happens, fight is over.
Yeah. Hey, before we move on, could you give that look to Jimmy, or am I out of line?
I was actually going to ask for that, because
I will.
Can you do it on the spot?
You got to promise me you have 2 people at this door, because I want y'all to lose the host. I mean, I want y'all to lose one of the workers here.
Rest assured, you're not going to get the look back. Yeah, the look back is going to be one of pleasantness and friendship.
Jimmy, get up. Make believe you 2 are fighting.
You can't sit down and look at a guy like that.
I'd rather not stand up.
Make believe you 2 are fighting.
All right, good.
All right, this is the stare. Hold on.
That's really unpleasant.
Holy shit. Hold on, I'm trying to get picture this.
Wow, damn.
Let me stress for the record, I don't feel like the boundary of host and professional.
Look at
I know, and he's still looking at me, and I'm really...
Oh,
that's not good.
Jimmy, you shit your pants. I smell it.
That's a really
scary.
uncomfortable look. I'm glad
he doesn't play.
Oh, good, he backed up.
I want the audience to know is that, I mean, I heard a little noise, and it smelled really bad.
Yeah. Jimmy shit his pants.
Yeah, he shit his pants, man.
Okay, then,
bring on the flies.
The jury is in. I would last about 8 minutes in jail. As soon as somebody gave me that, I'd be like, would you like my dessert? I'm not going to have it.
And you know what? I'm glad you said it, because can you imagine? I mean, this is
Bernard,
a stare
Jesus.
that I've used. This is a stare I use not only in boxing, but it's a legitimate stare that I got from being in prison. And then how convenient, though. I mean, look at it. How convenient. I mean, I got to stare my opponent down. I got to intimidate my opponent. And I'm looking at this guy, and he's talking about he's going to do something to me, and I'm...
You'll do whatever he says.
Oh, shit. See that? Jimmy just twitches.
It's a really intense. I'm going to try to look back, but I'm afraid if I look back, he's going to think that I mean it. I really don't. I like you a lot, Bernard.
Making excuses.
Oh my God.
Nothing works. My charming smile. It didn't work at all.
Man,
but that's a really intimidating thing, because it's weird. Like, you don't feel. In that moment, I mean, I know he's just looking at me.
through my eyes and my demeanor, really.
And it wasn't pleasant what you were saying.
Yeah. It's good that you went from like the prison to boxing instead of like, let's say, nursing. Because that look wouldn't work in nursing.
I want everybody to understand that look don't only work in boxing. You know, if you got an agent that somehow, you know, it helped me with the stocks. When the guy called me and gave me news, I looked at him. He said, "Bernard, everything is fine the next day."
You know something? Maybe we could throw you a few bucks, take you around to our brokers and stuff.
Let's go, baby.
Give them that
Hey,
look.
Bernard, before we move on, Jay from Rhode Island on the phone, he writes, Bernard, tell them how you made a microwave in prison. Is that true?
Yeah. Well, it's like a heating oven. Prison style.
How'd you do that?
You take a sneaker shoebox, has a lid. Of course, it's a shoebox.
I'm with you so far.
You cut a hole on the end of the box. You lace it with aluminum foil that it's like contraband in prison. You got to get it out the kitchen, which they do have it. And you sort of like you drape the whole inside of the shoebox, and now you have a light switch and connection that you take all the guts out of an S contraband. You sort of take the light switch, the guts, the plug, and everything that attached to the bulb and the light socket. You tape that up. All this is contraband, but you get it eventually. And you plug it in. You have a light switch at the end. You have the gut of the light switch, which is the socket. You plug it in. Now you have heat through the light bulb, which has been attached to the shoebox, which you also tape the edges so it can stay in the middle and not fall down and not, mess anything up. But the aluminum foil, the sandwich that you got out of the kitchen, the light bulb with the guts attached to it, plugged into the socket, you have a light bulb that's going to heat inside the box. The box become a heated furnace. So as minutes, potential 20 minutes or 30 minutes, you have a hot, toasty sandwich that you got out of the kitchen a day or sometimes that morning, and you want to heat it up that afternoon. That's called a Jailhouse microwave. And again, this can be done. I don't advise any kids to do it at home if you're listening. But this is a situation where, as long as you got the socket, as long as you got the bulb, as long as you got the connection, you plug that in, the bulb lights up, you have the box, you keep it in the box, and now you have that heated. You only heating your sandwich up. Now, far as soup that they sell in commissary at the store, same thing. You take a socket of a extension cord, you cut it, you put some batteries on the end of it, sort of look like a dynamite wrapped up together, and you have the connections on the tip of the battery. You plug it in. You take a plastic bag, you cover the battery up so you won't get no rust or no kind of bacterial poison from the battery, and you stick it in the hot water. You plug it in. Now you got hot water. Now you put in your soup. You got instant soup from an instant soup cup.
That's amazing.
It's amazing in Jailhouse.
And I've done this. I displayed this thing. Anybody go to BernardHopkins.net. I mean, I've actually people have came to me and said, "Man, don't you know that's like inventing in another world of things to do?"
Hey,
prison people are very creative. I'm about to tell you.
No, they make weapons out of anything, microwaves, anything.
They make knobs out of everything.
With that, what was the most amazing thing you saw someone create in prison? Because we always hear about the only ones we've talked about is the pocket pussies and stuff, and how you make a pocket pussy, right?
Yeah.
But what about what's the craziest thing you saw someone create in prison?
A pocket pussy.
It's all about the pocket pussy.
It had hair and everything on it.
But that shit really goes down, right?
But it goes down.
Yeah,
it goes down. The other than the people that's into activities that make their day go past, I might say. Mm-hmm. The mattress caught a bad break in prison.
Oh yeah, really?
Mattress is, it's you think a machine gun hit it. Holes everywhere. Absolutely.
You fuck the mattress.
I actually seen a guy marry a mattress. The ceremony and everything.
Jesus,
oh
man.
My God.
That's some fucked up shit.
That's exactly. And we think we got it bad out here.
Oh,
can you imagine?
Yeah, it's scary. You see guys doing a double life sentence who's going to be doing that forever.
Listen, our magazine, we ain't going to get no free commercial. Any smoker magazine, I'll just say it that way. Any magazine of luxury, tremendous looking hot chicks in there. That magazine
is gold, right?
It's gold. That magazine, I mean, once you get through unraveling the sticky paper, once you get to 20, 30 people, that magazine is like, it might go through that prison of 5,000 plus people. Get a 10-year span or longer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like
now, I must say that some pages will be taken out of that book.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that, those books last a long time.
Who's the last chick left in the book? Like, what kind of skanky bitch does that have to be?
Exactly.
A pristine page.
Exactly. Everybody in that page get married to 30, 40 inmates in 1 week.
They probably protect it like they protect the Declaration of Independence and put it in a glass case and just pass it around.
How do they know? This is always
Amazing,
bothered me. This is
Bernard.
everyone's fear about jail. The thing that keeps society honest is the fear that we're going to be raped in jail. I mean, that really is what keeps men behaving, is the fear of that.
It's a little different now than back in the day when they had from the 70s and the 60s. But do it still go on? Yeah, but not as much as people wanting it to be their lifestyle. You understand? Before it was more you're going to do it, or more it happens to you, then that's what he's about anyway, or that's what they want. So it's a lot. This is 2008. A lot of guys, they was doing it outside, so they in jail now. So why would they stop? This is, they in heaven.
So almost like you don't have to rape people. If enough guys to...
a rabbit like carrots.
Yeah.
Why'd you have to say carrots?
And nice. You are. It's amazing. Your boxing history. I mean, you were champion for 10 years. I mean,
10 years. I won a belt and defended it 20 times. No fighter.
Amazing.
But Larry Holmes in the heavyweight division and myself had accomplished not only winning that title, but I tracked everybody down and had the same type of weight title that I had, which is at that time middleweight title. So I became the undisputed championship. Guess where? In New York City. 2 weeks before 9/11. Fight was canceled from the 15th of September 2001. It was postponed to September 29th, 2001. The first big event, 20,000+ people entered the garden. Everybody know about the famous police singing cop that sang the national anthem. That's part of my history, part of a history of America, and it's part of my history personally because, I was fighting Felix Trinidad. I was a 5-1 underdog. I was 30, I believe 7, maybe 36 at the time, so I was considered old then. Now I'm considered a grandpop. And no one gave me a chance to win, literally. And you know what, the way it was promoted and the way on paper it looked, I mean, Trinidad was a bad man. He was knocking everybody out. He was undefeated. He was 7, 8, 9 years younger. And I totally dominated him and took him out in the 12th round, which was like, you got the that perfect the X factor. It was like, they couldn't take it. They couldn't say draw. They couldn't say a split decision, no controversy. It was a clean beat down and then a knockout.
You lost to Roy Jones. You only fought once, right?
In '93 in RFK Stadium.
And it was a decision?
A split decision.
I was at I've never been to a fight. I was at the Rampage Griffin fight, and Griffin beat Rampage Jackson on a decision. It was a 5-round MMA fight. And it was a really close fight, and I just thought to take a guy's belt, he didn't beat him. I mean, you really have to beat a guy.
That's how it used to be. You really had,
that
you really had to actually beat a guy. I mean, for a champion of myself, and again, I'm not crying over spilled milk, but the thing is that I lost 2 championship fights. Joe Gazaki. I think I never lose to a white boy statement. I'm a bold guy, and say what I believe, and I think a lot of people, especially some of the judges, and none of them was African American. That's my claim. But
never bet on the white guy.
And I lost that fight by split decision. I became one and the only fighter that lost a championship by split decision in boxing. And to me, it's like, okay, it is what it is, but it built my legacy more than it hurt it, far as the decision. Right? Because now, I got to watch Roy Jones and Joe Gazaki fight, and the winner has to come to Bernard Hopkins. I'm not saying to them, I want to fight them. The way it's structured, through networks, through the power brokers, the winner of that fight has to see Bernard Hopkins.
Now, Jones is what? Is he 40? He's in his 40s, right?
He's probably 40 now. Our birthday is a day apart. Yeah, he's 40. Jones got to be just turning 40 or 41.
So you want another crack at him if he wins?
Well, of course I want the older guy than the younger guy. but we also have a history, and our history goes as far as back as 1993, and it's been a soap opera ever since.
He's been avoiding you, no?
He's been avoiding me under the pretense of he beat me in 93. Hey, Roy, this is 2008, and I've done a lot, and the world know I've done a lot since then. Matter of fact, I've done so much. I've beat two of the guys, knocked one of them out, almost knocked the other one out in Atlantic City, named Antonio Tarver, who played in the latest Rocky movie, who knocked Roy almost in a coma, and Glenn Johnson, who flattened Roy out where he didn't move. They didn't even count. Those two wins are under my belt, and these guys was undefeated fighters, 30 wins under their belt before I beat them. So it wasn't starting off young. I beat these guys easily, knocked one of them out, and it's Glenn Coffey Johnson. And I beat Tarver in Atlantic City about 3 years ago. No middleweight ever won a light heavyweight championship, going up 2 weight classes. I went up from 160 to 175, and I beat Antonio Tarver. So I do have that history over Roy Jones, if that's the only thing that I have attached to that other than the fight we fought in 93. But Roy, I believe, will buckle under the pressure of the fans and the media, because there's no other fight. If he beats Joe, which he have a great chance, honestly, then there's nowhere for Roy to go. Nowhere. Mm-hmm. There's no other. Roy likes to make money. I like to make money. So there's nowhere else to go. This will be a huge fight over a decade long. People tired of hearing the soap operas over. New York will be a great place. Second, I think, would be Atlantic City. This fight is an East Coast fight. He's from Florida. I'm from Delaware, Philadelphia, tri-state area. Let's go.
What do you have to do now as far as training goes? Because obviously you're older than you were. What do you have to do now that's different than when you were younger as far as training to keep in shape to be able to get in there?
Take plenty of Viagra.
Is that it? Just pummel him with your dick.
Exactly.
Well, you walk in with a heart on, he stays away from you.
Through the cup. It goes through the cup.
Yeah.
When they see that, damn, I got to fight this guy. Stiff as the left jack.
Guy's got a rod.
I've been sleeping on my back for 6 months.
Crazy motherfucker's got a rod.
Yeah. How many more fights you got, you think?
Well, I'm 43, be 44 in January the 15th, right around the corner. There's not a lot of names out there for me to fight even longer, which I believe if I really want to fight, I believe about 2 years, no more than 3. So being at this age, because of what I've done in my 20s and my 30s, man. I mean, you hear listening to me and talking to me, and do I have aches and pains of the pounding for over 20 years? Yeah. Obviously, of course I do. But far as my intellect, far as my brain, far as the physical beatdown and the wear and tear that fighters get over the years, I've been blessed not to have those symptoms as of yet. Right. And I'm a guy that rarely get hit. I mean, I have a great defense, and that's been attached to me for many years.
I guess that's why, you're able to stay in the game this long.
Exactly. Yeah. And lifestyle. And lifestyle is most important.
If you get Roy Jones and you beat him,
it's a wrap. It's a wrap,
right?
Yeah. Whatever happens in that fight, it's a wrap.
That'd
because
be a perfect
now
ending, no?
A perfect ending. And this fight with Kelly Pavlik. Let's not forget about that 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
4-1 underdog, Youngstown, Ohio. The American boxer, great guy. I like him. I liked him before we fought, and I like him even after. He was 34-0 with 30 knockouts. He knocked down Jermaine Teller. He beat a lot of top guns. He was young himself, 17 years younger than me. And I actually just hand him a boxing execution lesson, and then I did what a teacher do to a student. Now sharpen your tools up.
Jeez.
You're still a guy. You still can go and dominate the 60s, and if you don't, I'll come to Youngstown and find you. People respected that knowledge I gave him, and it was sincere. cameras was rolling, mics was rolling, and this was right after the fight when the emotions are high. But the thing is this, is that I don't need to fight any guys that's younger, because as a promoter, Oscar De La Hoya and myself have became promoters over 4 or 5 years now. I'm Golden Boy East, he's Golden Boy West. He's fighting Pacquiao in December. He's getting like $40 million purse, and the pay-per-view's going to do over $1.5 million buys.
And you knocked him out. You knocked De La Hoya out.
In 93, we fought. I knocked him out.
93 or 2000?
2003, excuse me. 2003, I knocked him out with a left hook to the liver. And 8 months later, 8 months later, we met in L.A. I was getting honored for the ESPYs Awards, and I pitched an idea that, I'm free agent. I went against the big promoters in the world that don't have to really say their names. They didn't know who the big ones are, and didn't have any, any good luck dealing with that. So I was basically a free agent. I've been self-managed for 16 years out of my 20 years career. Been promoting myself about 8, 9 after that, and pitched De La Hoya an idea that, you start your promotional company, which he have already done. I would like to be under that banner. And second, I would like to, be a partner and start Golden Boy, because I have a lot of African-American fighters and Spanish fighters in Philadelphia that comes to me because of the credibility of me standing up against the powers to be, whether it's through federal court, whether it's through arbitration, and battle and won. That hasn't happened when it comes to a fighter being successful. And a big force came out to shut me down, to make me that example, and I prevailed. And not only did I prevail, I kept winning. And when I kept winning and I prevailed and I kept winning, they gave me that free commercial to slay me, but the commercial turned around and helped me, and it got me out there. Even though it was dim, even though a little cloudy, I survived. That gave me credibility, and that's why I became Golden Boy East with big shareholder, and our company is growing. We are the future in boxing.
And the fight you're promoting here, it's Roy Jones versus Joe, and I don't know how to say it. I cannot say
Joe
it.
Gazaki,
and it's
C-A-L, Gazaki,
and it's actually this Saturday, November 8th, and it's on pay-per-view. And I know, obviously, the interest in the fight, but especially just because of Jones. I mean, people want to see him fight again, and people knowing that the outcome is going to affect you fighting one of these guys.
Joe is undefeated, by the way.
He is undefeated?
Yeah, 45-0, right?
Well, no. Joe is. No, you said Joe. Yeah, Joe is.
No, not Jones. I didn't say Joe.
Yeah. Joe is undefeated.
Joe,
would you concentrate on trying to end a fight pretty quickly these days, or do you have to work on endurance more? I just know it's like
endurance.
Obviously you'd want
no trainer. Excuse me, cut you off, but no trainer trains a fighter.
Cut me the fuck off.
Exactly. Yeah. No trainer trains a fighter to knock a guy out in the first round or the second round, because you train for endurance. If the bonus come in and you get him out before then, great. Everybody's happy.
Don't expect that, or
don't expect
train
that.
For it.
Case in point, they promoted Kelly as the first guy that's going to knock B-Hop out. It was plastered all over the place, and they said, "Wait a minute, that's kind of strange and bold." Bernard Hopkins never been knocked out. He been knocked down one time out of a 20-year career, and got up and got a draw in Ecuador for that fight. He rarely get hit. How can this guy knock Bernard Hopkins out? Well, he's 43. He looks like he's slowing up. That's a big order for a young kid, especially when you have a reputation of a guy that don't get knocked out. He can't get knocked out, but the risk and the chances are, can you imagine Kelly Pavley had to go in there and say, "Man, I got to knock this guy out that never been knocked out"?
That's a lot of pressure for you, though, because everybody wants to be the guy that knocks out Bernard.
Right.
But it's not a lot of pressure for me, because
they're all gunning for you, because that's some credibility right there. Not only did they beat you, they're the only guy to knock you out.
That takes this whole thing to the roof.
Hell yeah.
I agree. But when you know yourself, without having ego to the point where it overrides the reality, when you know who you're fighting, he's a great young guy that could be better if he becomes dimensional. Like, he has to learn more, and I told him he's one-dimensional. Philip Trinidad, great fighter, he's going to go in the Hall of Fame in one ballot, but he ran into guys that couldn't make him adjust.
Right.
But when you run into those Michael Jordans of eras, the Tiger Woods on a golf course era, the Jim Browns of back in the day, when you run into Ali's, when you run into Bernard Hopkins of this era, when you run into these individuals, and there's not a lot of them.
Opie and Anthony.
Right. that can go to the point of making you adjust when you didn't plan to or train to do that. It becomes really something strange to them. Kelly Patrick was lost. Right. In the third round, I knew, had it stayed the course, that I had this in the bag. Look at the fight. You watched the fight. It was a perfect. I mean, it got to the point where I started winding up and hitting him with punches. I never played like Ali or Sugar Ray Leonard in the ring, but I felt that great after the fourth.
That's got to suck being that guy and going, oh my God, this guy's got me so thrown, I don't know what the fuck to do.
Well, it got to be suck for anybody that's 26-year-old getting beat by grandpa. I mean, can you imagine? I'm putting my teeth back in after the fight, and I'm grabbing my cane. I'm getting the hell out of there. And they, they see somebody helping me to the car. I mean, this don't hurt you. This don't help your ego. And you got to go home and tell your girlfriend, your wife, look, I want some breakfast. Yeah. She's going to look at you and throw it in your face.
Grandpa beat
you have no credibility when you get beat up by a 43-year-old man and you're 26.
Make sure you retire without getting knocked out. That would be cool.
Oh, that would be great.
I doubt
that it happened. I mean, I got a wife for 17 years, and she, if I don't act right, she can knock me out in a lot of ways.
My knowledge of boxing isn't the greatest, but is there any really great fighters that retired without getting knocked out? I don't know off the top of my head.
It's a lot of.
What's one big huge name that went his whole career without getting knocked out?
Before he left, or why he was in his career? Oh, you talking about the whole career?
Yeah,
completely.
Yeah, that's what you got going on right now.
I think everybody's been knocked out. At least once or twice.
Was only a
Larry Holmes
got
knocked out by Mike Tyson.
Oh, God! Later in his career, I forgot about that.
Again, that makes his point.
Yeah.
Later in your career, get knocked out. Period. Young, old, late, especially later.
Right.
No one has ever accomplished
no one, right? 49-0.
If I stop tomorrow, I'll be the first one.
Well, you beat up Roy Jones, you get out, you write the book. You haven't written the book yet, right?
A lot of offers are coming. No, I haven't did a book.
You got a book.
I never did a book, anything. But not only, in the book thing is so great, but it's the thing of my business savvy. I'm a guy, I still got my Costco's card. Gave him a free commercial. Send a check. The thing is this, man, is that I've learned business through boxing.
Now, how did you? A lot of boxers fuck up so badly during their career and after their career, they end up destitute. How did you learn that? Did you have a mentor, somebody?
No, hell no. It was the opposite. It was the opposite. Case in point, no names, but I can tell you, my first big fight, first big payday was with Roy Jones during '93. I had to promote at the time, and the fight was $750,000. A parity fight, split $1.4 million. I was number one contender in the IBF. Roy was number two, so I had bargaining power. I'm the main guy. Roy was the guy that they want to promote. Silver medalist, should have won a gold. They needed me. The promoter was smart enough to use that for his leverage. We got a parity split, 1.4. Well, I didn't know the real number until after the fact. Learned it in federal court.
Oh, shit.
After the breakdown, out of $700-something, I got $80,000.
Oh,
after taxes, I got less than 50.
Sure.
That woke me up.
Yeah, huh?
$700,000. I paid attention to that when I was young, but I never had knowledge to even question, well, why is $700,000 reduced down to I get 80?
Yeah, show me where it went.
But no one want to give you information when you're a fighter and you're going out to these people because they all play together. They all boys of the Good Old Boy Network. So when you go and ask questions, they'll say, well, there's a problem. Then they'll pick up the phone. Hey, man, guess what? He asked me about this question. So they all you can't really cover your tracks to something that's been done, but they sort of have they game face and they soundbite for you. So if you go this way, go that way, they already prepared to tell you.
Wow.
The BS.
How do these guys not get the shit beat out of them by the fighters?
That's the thing that and again I know that that we're not promoting somebody to take a gun and do this and that, but the thing is a lot of fighters are not in great situation. A lot of them from New York that I know, a lot of them from all over the place get exploited. Let's be clear. And I'm letting everyone know now around the world that boxers, we don't come from a school of Harvard University. We don't come from a background of the least education. Right. And again, I'm not saying that's the fighter's fault or one way or the other because there's so many avenues to be educated. But I'm keeping it real. We're not basketball players. We're not football players. Where at least you got to go through some type of teacher and some type of school, to even play ball. You have to do something. Especially now, things have changed here and there to at least have some education of basic stuff, reading and writing. Know the difference between advance from your purse and a bonus outside of your purse. These things here are missing. Are we catching up? Yes, but are we so far back? Yes. A lot of fighters don't know the difference between conflict of interest. So a lot of fighters don't know the difference between you cannot or you should not have the promoter's lawyer representing you, because if you, or the promoter's brother or father or grandson representing you as the manager and the father is the promoter. I mean, where do you go? Where do you go for your best commercial interest? You go right where you got to get the numbers, the money from. So knowing that hard lesson of being ignorant, I've done something that no fighter, and I use the word no fighter haven't done, manage myself, promote myself, became one of the shrewdest businessmen, know my value. When you know your value, no matter what you do in life, you won't smoke crack. When you know your value, you won't hurt your body. When you know your value, you will make the right decision. You will sell yourself high and not low. When I start doing that, when I start thinking that long time before I became the undisputed champion, I became a major threat in boxing, because not only because I can think, I understood the behind the scenes. I understood about the ratings. I understood about how TV, how radio make their money. I understood that my look and likeness and my exclusive contract, that word exclusive is very important when you become somebody of interest. Now that's I parlay that and I exploit that, and I'm making more money out of the ring than I'm actually making more money. I'm making money in the ring boxing.
That's all well and good, obviously, but when you start getting all that knowledge, why didn't they blackball you? Because can't these people?
No, they did. I didn't start getting money until the late 30s.
But how did you, like, when they started?
I kept winning, and I had the belt.
And so they had to play with you.
They had to play, and I knew my chip.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like, when you start getting this knowledge, like, fuck let's blackball and get them out of this business.
If you go to any Google and go back, you'll see I've been fighting the industry. That's where my credibility come at.
Right.
My naysayers bow down to me now. See, because the thing is, when you got this knowledge, I told you about that commercial they tried to give me. It wasn't a commercial of intent to boost and to enhance me and say, look at this great guy we got.
Sure.
It was a commercial saying a fighter trying to manage himself and know the market and know the value and know boxing between the TV stuff and the radio, how they make extra money outside the game. They wanted to exploit me and give me that. You can't do it, and the fighters that's watching, you can't do this thing on your own. You need to have an agent. You need to have a manager, and you do starting off. So when they came out to expose this, I was the person that was being blackballed, and I was the person that was set up to fail. Same thing like Barack is facing. Set up to fail, but I didn't fail.
And because you kept winning.
And that made it harder, I kept winning, and I kept making the right decisions. This money I left on the table because that was a trap to make their plan work. But Roy Jones Jr. had a big contract we were supposed to fight. It was $15 million licensing fee that he was given. And this is public record. He put $3 million on the table for me to fight, and he was going to keep the rest. Now, he got expenses to pay out of that, but the less your expenses are, the more you got in your pocket. I know that game. So the bottom line is, hey, I can take your $3 million. You know, I'm a penitentiary guy, but I'm not a penitentiary thinking guy no more. And so I could have took that and say, hey, man, I got $3 million, paid the taxes, but I got $2 something, and I'm great. No. The true number that your resources have to give you, the legitimate number, was way more than he was paying. I was undisputed champion at the time, middleweight. I had credibility. So come with a better deal. We didn't come with a better deal. I waited. I got slayed in every newspaper. I got slayed by every big promoter, every big writer from New York to L.A. 4 months later, I got a call from my lawyer saying, Bernard, Oscar De La Hoya wants to fight you for your middleweight championship. I got $10 million guaranteed to go in the ring. So I turned down $3 million without even knowing that it was going to be something around the corner. But that was me willing to say I walk away ballsy. And
that takes
balls. See what you just said? That got me credibility, and a lot of other things that we don't have time to talk about got me credibility in boxing. I turned down 3 to get 10. Oscar De La Hoya is no Roy Jones. He has his own legacy, but he's not a big guy. I'm fighting a small body guy. I'm fighting a guy that's, you know, when I fought Oscar, that Monday I was on Jay Leno. It got me into star power. It got me through a different lane and different couches of America. They seen Bernard Hopkins fight the Golden Boy. Lord behold, they thought that Bernard was going to pitch Oscar De La Hoya a business opportunity, and he pitched me a business opportunity. Now we're partners. I'm their worst nightmare right now.
That's awesome. Listen, they're saying you got to go for real. I think you got other interviews or something, Danny?
I'm not sure what he's got next.
Yeah.
Well, the fight, this was just so great.
Bernard, you're awesome. You come back anytime.
Man. I love it. His knowledge here. His knowledge fun. And
I can listen to you all day.
And I did take my mattress home when I was away. So.
The fight.
You got to write that book. Got to write it.
The fight that
book then movies.
Yes,
that's okay. I coffee on it.
I thought I was staring at you, and you start choking.
Yeah, he's choking up.
Believe me, that certainly could happen. That really was. It's amazing.
Yeah,
that was.
I try to think I would know how to handle certain situations. That's a situation where you just have to drop the whole man shit and go, look, could you please just not hit me? Whatever I did, my fault.
Yeah.
I won't do it again.
What do you need me to do?
Yeah. Wash these socks.
Please. Oh, yeah, that was how degrading.
It's a code word for something else.
No, wash socks always goes into suck the dick. It's never wash the socks, thank you.
Well, you're down there anyway, so what the hell you bending over?
The fight, Brody, it's actually this Saturday. It's November 8th. It's Roy Jones, who everybody knows, against Joe Gazaki.
Yeah.
And Bernard wants to fight the winner of that fight, so there's a tremendous interest in that because a rematch between you and Roy Jones is what a lot of people really want to see.
Stop dodging, Bernard. Let's go. Let's get it on.
Although you and Joe, I mean, he's undefeated, so if he wins, he's 46. He wants
Roy.
And it was a highly controversial first fight. Yeah. I mean, it's still talked about. Yeah. So either way,
Roy, though.
I'm in. But Roy's the fight. Roy's the fight.
He wants Roy. It was like, we got to take a break, I guess. So we all want to get, photos with Bernard and be complete fanboys. But, man, it was so great having you.
I see a couple of gloves there, so, make sure you got some good pens.
I have one, I got LaMotta signed.
I can make a knife out of that.
The glove?
The pen.
The pen, yeah. The pen. Hey, we rarely do this, but let's hear it for Bernard Hopkins. Just an amazing interview. We're going to continue in just a bit. Stay there. How good was Bernard? Bernard Hopkins.
Great Bernard Hopkins, man.
Love that guy.
The fight he's promoting, give him one more hit. It's the Superman Roy Jones versus Super Joe. Because I can't say this guy's name.
Yeah, I don't know.
Galanzig, he's 45.
Well, Superman has to win.
Superman over
Super. I can't say this guy's name. It's like a Polish name, but he's 45 and 0. And
you got Superman over Super. Yeah, Superman wins every time.
Superman has to win.
Yeah.
And we were talking in the break about Sam has to get me, wherever Sam is, a copy of that video. Because I would love to see that video, just the whole video, just because the guy's a champion for 10 years. But that stare down, it's a weird moment because look, I understand that the guy is not gonna hit me. We're just doing it for like the audience and stuff. But there is that thing where he's a guy named Bernard, and I'm a guy named Jim, and he's staring at me horribly. Yeah. And it's fucking really intimidating.
It's intense.
That is my worst nightmare look. That is like, I never want to see that
because
look.
I'll tell you why. Because, and it could have had a smile to it. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
The fact that, with that look, that there's a guy who you absolutely cannot psychologically back off. No. Like, you can't save your dignity and end that fight. You have to go, look, please, let's just not fight.
It ain't
I
gonna
don't
work.
want to fight.
It's like the Terminator. You can't be reasoned to or bargained with.
Yeah. Basically, you just got to take a punch. Like, just throw the punch at him, hoping that will annoy him to hit you hard enough to just knock you out with one.
Yeah, not just get that pummeling.
Like, you don't want to get up against the wall with the uppercuts and the jaw.
You're not allowing me to fall down, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't want him holding you up with one hand and breaking both eye sockets with the other.
Right. He had that look when we were asking him happy questions, too, by the way. And then every once in a while, he'd give us a smile like, okay, everything's okay. And I love pointing out the obvious. He mentioned Oscar De La Hoya. Did any of us go down that road?
Oh God!
That's why I mentioned De La Hoya, and that was exactly why. And I'll tell you why I didn't go down the road of the dresses and how we all kind of want to fuck Oscar now. Let's be honest. Because he's such an honest guy. And I didn't want to put him in an uncomfortable position because he mentioned the business partnership immediately.
Yes.
And I'm like, it's like. The guy's talking about prison and everything.
The odds were none of us were going to bring that up.
No, I wanted to.
That's the beauty of us. We go for some of the soft.
I wanted to.
We all wanted to.
But to me, it would have just been. He wouldn't have been able to answer it because, hey, they got a big business deal. But I should have. I wish I would have. But I was like,
Could you see if he just went, oh, yeah, he walks around the office like that?
Yeah, it throws us all off. Nobody wants to hug him in the clinch.
Sure.
All right, Sam is showing me the...
I am rooting for Bernard to retire without being knocked out now.
Me too.
That'd be a good one.
I am now I'm obsessed with him and his career.
That would be a good one.
It looks like a man intimidating a turtle. That's what our stare down looks like. It's a man staring at a fat-necked reptile. And the whole time I'm talking, he's just eyeballing me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his game, man.
Where's that instant feedback that came in? There were two really funny ones. And obviously the one I wasn't sure if I should even...
I might have threw it away.
Did you?
I might have.
One guy said that, I want to give him credit too, whatever. You know how they were talking about the porn magazine?
Yeah.
And how they passed it around for 10 years? And this guy wrote, the last guy that had it, he dropped it and it shattered. Great line. And then somebody kind of took a shot and said something about, oh, great, he made an easy bake oven in prison.
Yeah.
The tough fighter made an
easy bake oven with the tin foil and the light bulb in a box.
But
that's an easy bake oven.
What the fuck, though? Did you invent that?
No.
Exactly.
Those guys in jail, it is amazing the stuff they cook. The weapons are one thing, but to be able to create a microwave to heat up and have a toasty sandwich.
How do they have time to forcibly rape people when they're building such amazing things?
Because there's a lot of time there. while your sandwich is heating, you have a half hour.
All right, that's true. You could bang some poor new fish.
But that's a guy, no matter how big you are. Like, and again, I don't know prison mentality.
Oh, he's going to throw down.
If you're a bigger dude than him, and there are obviously guys in jail that are brutally tough dudes. But you know that he's going to be a major issue.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to be able to fucking hassle this guy without at least getting something knocked out of your mouth.
I got a new favorite word, too.
What?
Bub.
A light bub. I'm going to say that now for the rest of my life.
Light bub.
When I have to go, I go, the bub burnt out. I need a new bub.
You know, if Voss said bub, there'd be laugh tracks.
Wait, what did he say? Yeah. Replay it back. Yeah. Holy shit. Voss, you're an idiot.
Not one of us was willing to correct him on his pronunciation of bulb.
I'm not even, a what?
A bub.
You're saying it wrong.
Bub.
Because now that's officially the way it's said.
He's from, that's a Philadelphia thing, too. Like, because Keith Robin will go fully. The Philadelphia guys have the weirdest fucking accents.
Yeah, they do.
And all they do is fucking punch each other in the face.
Yeah. Maybe that's why they have a weird accent.
Philadelphia.
They've just been punched in the mouth so many times.
In Philadelphia, you either you either fucking run a cheesesteak stand or you become a champion. It's all these guys. It was fucking this.
And marry a rich shock jock.
That's a damn good point.
I'm a beaten man today. Go ahead. Take your shots if you need to.
Take your shots. I know. I'm an easy target.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm an easy target. There's Hopkins.
But you know something?
What am I talking about? Who cares? That was a fucking great line you had. I'm still making my Philly point.
But you know something? My friends like me. My family likes me. I like me.
I like me.
He's not sure.
No, you don't.
He likes himself. God,
no one likes you.
Brilliant. Ali. Frazier, the little gorilla, I forgot about that.
Oh, my God. Ali used to do.
Ali was such a prick.
He would just humiliate you. Dude, the fucking, when he was doing the George Foreman and the mummy walk, just mocking him.
He would take a stuffed gorilla and punch it.
Yeah.
Like and talk about how he's going to do this to George Foreman. He'd call it George Foreman.
That interview flew by and we couldn't get to the calls. A lot of great calls. One guy said before the Trinidad fight, Bernard went to the press conference and threw like a bag of beans at him. I don't know if that's true or not.
I wouldn't doubt
it. Taking a page out of Ali's book.
Hit him.
He fucking, what was it? Ali was so great because these guys, like when Sonny Liston was going to fight Ali, another Philadelphia guy, Sonny Liston, as was Frazier, these guys are not used to being humiliated. They're not used to being talked about like in embarrassing terms. Not called a gorilla or a mummy or
mummy.
You want to lose your money, bet on Sonny. He was just running circles around him. He was humiliating Sonny Liston. And these guys were, Sonny Liston's a killer. These guys aren't used to being embarrassed.
It just sucks to see Ali like he is now.
They say that's Parkinson's, though. That wasn't the fighting. Like Meldrick Taylor, another Philly guy, got fucking, like he's got brain damage.
Some kind of fucked up brain damage.
Yeah,
it is. If you take a lot of headshots, your brain bouncing around inside your skull, it's going to get fucked up.
Yeah.
Just is. That's what happens.
Isn't it amazing how when you're around a guy like that, who's not only done time in jail, but like is a professional, champion fighter, you turn into like little fucking kids.
Yeah, I know.
We are. Little girls. We turn into little girls. Did the man hit you hard? What happened?
The man.
Jimmy, let me ask you something.
Sure.
Was he more intimidating than when Liddell comes in?
Yeah, I'd say yes.
Right? And Liddell is like scares the shit out of everybody when he's sitting there being just nice.
No, because he was black.
Seriously?
No.
I would say no, and I'll tell you why. because Bernard was more immediately talkative when he came in.
That's true, yeah.
Like, he was a guy who came right in and just started chatting about politics.
Yeah. Good personality and shit.
Yeah, Chuck's a quieter dude, so when Chuck just kind of sat down, and I was like...
You couldn't read him, yeah.
You knew he wasn't going to attack you, but you're like, this is a frightening dude. Where do we go from here? And it turned out to be a great guy.
It was very intimidating at first because we were feeling each other out.
But whereas Hopkins just kind of sat down and was like right off into Obama and politics, you kind of knew like, all right, at least we'll be able to have a conversation about politics, if nothing else.
Right.
But in an alley, either one of them. I mean, do I want to get my fucking legs broken and punched, or just knocked out by Hopkins? It didn't matter.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. I had a lot of people look at me and they think like I know I come off as very tough and physically intimidating, but it's all heart.
Yeah. Jesus, Jimmy.
You certainly do.
If someone like that wanted to hit me, I would actually take off my shirt and offer him to titty fuck me.
Yeah. We have a Ron and Fez spy report. Neil in Canada.
Spy report.
Hey guys, I was at the Joe Rogan was up here in Edmonton last night at one of the Indian casinos. He had about 1,200 people there, and at the end of the show, he was doing a Q&A, and this one douchebag. I know you guys don't feud with Howard anymore, but he kept saying Baba Booey and when are you going to New York and be on Howard's show, and then Joe just said, I don't get to New York too much, but whenever I'm up there, O&A is my favorite show, and I always try to do their show, and I thought that was so cool.
That's great. Rogan's a good friend, man.
We love Joe. We wish he would
Another problem.
Yeah.
Fucking Joe.
I got a picture with him after the show. He's a pretty thick guy. Not too short, not too tall, but pretty thick.
He would just...
He'd fuck you up so bad. Big meaty hands.
You got to come up to Edmonton, man. He had 1,200 people there last night at the show.
I would love to go up there, man.
That venue.
If you Canadian racists could get together, we would love to go up there and say hi to you. It's been 4 years. We've been promising a Canadian trip. How cool would that be? We got to figure out a cool place. Is it Montreal? It's definitely not Toronto. Vancouver would be the spot, I'm thinking.
I want to go to the Northwest Territories.
Edmonton's nice, too. We got good-looking girls up in Edmonton.
Huh?
We got good-looking girls in Alberta here.
No, you don't.
Is Alberta...
Just ask Voss. Go to Bonnie.
Ask Voss?
Well, Bonnie is beautiful.
He lucked out so bad with Bonnie. He's an old go to Florida and fuck grandma kind of a guy.
Well, all right, guys.
I mean, if we do go to Canada, it's like we're talking right over the border. Yeah. No more than an hour over the border, tops. So maybe Montreal's out.
Thanks a lot.
All right.
I got an update too, by the way.
Yeah.
I will not be on CNN.
What?
What happened, Jimmy?
The segment on D.L. Hughley's show that I was supposed to do.
Jim Norton will not get that picture.
It's perfect for him. It's going to make him a big star. No, I don't. It wasn't me. I think they removed the segment from the show. I don't know why, because DL...
I know why.
I'm going to guess...
He's dealing with the same shit we all deal with.
I guarantee that it probably was a little too... They probably wanted DL to soften it too much. Because I'm not going to say what the line was, but there was a line in there about assassination, because I was going to play a white supremacist. Not a serious line, but a DL said it and I responded. It was a comedic line. But I guess CNN got a little edgy about it. It was a thing about a Jewish cemetery, and maybe they got a little uncomfortable.
Of course they did.
DL went, well, then fucking yank it.
CNN.
It's so obvious.
God's sake.
Yeah, I was surprised. Like, they could do this stuff on CNN.
Yeah.
What do you think they are? Chappelle's show?
Yeah.
What the fuck are they doing?
There's DL. There's the promotion on TV right there.
I guarantee that wasn't
the show that Jimmy ain't going to be on.
That wasn't his call, I'm sure. DL's a very edgy comedian.
I try to do the line, but I fail every time. Like King of Comedy.
Oh, yeah.
And he's on TV and he's in the bar. What does the old guy say that's drunk?
Tim, the guy on TV. I don't know what he says.
Same guy.
Same guy.
I need to know that line, but whatever.
Watch the movie.
Yeah, I will again. Jason, Pennsylvania.
Hey, what's up, boys?
Welcome aboard, Jason. Thanks for touching base.
How many light bulbs do you have in your house right now? We need a light bulb count.
Anyway, just calling in.
He didn't really care about that.
Oh, fuck yourself.
Even on the phone, he doesn't want to fucking bother Bernard in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, no.
No, just calling in because Bernard said he'd be the only guy that was never knocked out. Marciano was never knocked out.
Oh, you know what? You're right, Rocky Marciano.
Really?
Wasn't he? He retired. He was 50-0, which is the record Larry Holmes. You talk about it. I didn't mean it's all about you. Sorry,
I'm glad someone else is annoyed now, too.
No, I'm not. No, sir, Marciano is 50-0.
Maybe Wikipedia's wrong then.
Wikipedia is wrong. I'm almost sure Marciano was 50-0, and Larry Holmes was 49-0 and did not ingratiate himself because he goes, Marciano couldn't have carried my jock. Which he said he regretted saying. Cause
I
he
bet
really
he could have,
it.
though.
Of course he could have. He was a strong guy, and no matter how big Larry's fucking Eastern Pennsylvania cock is.
No, his cocoa balls, Jimmy. Come on.
Yes. What were they? Yeah, cocoa orbs.
Cocoa orbs, and I got it wrong, too.
And then he lost the decision to Michael Spinks, so he was 49-1. But I think it was Marciano's record he was going to tie. So, Mister, I think you're wrong.
And I think there was another fighter that came through on the instant feedback, but
who?
Whatever.
Did Ray Robinson get knocked out? Maybe.
Get back into work.
What, buddy?
What?
I gotta get back into work, guys. Thanks.
All right. How many people put faith in stupid Wikipedia?
They're off by
Isn't
3
it
fights.
amazing? They just put so much faith in it. No, I read it on Wikipedia. Yeah, anyone could just go in there and change it to anything. At one point, Jimmy Norton had died of AIDS on Wikipedia, and he's not dead.
No, not at all.
Not yet.
I like the fact that that's of the two things you said, that's the one you think is false, as opposed to all the other. Thanks a lot, shit dick. I don't have AIDS either. It's like he's still alive. He's taking his cocktail.
Jimmy, I apologize ahead of time, but Jimmy should just pretend Hopkins is a Black Panther. Jimmy's not scared of them.
Oh, see, he's not living that down.
Let's clear this up.
No, you don't have to.
No, but just for that man.
I
never said, no, but I want that man to know. I'm not saying I would never be scared of Black Panthers. I'm not saying that they're pussies or that I would never find them intimidating. I was only going by that moment in that video with those two guys and where they were standing.
And our whole points were different because you were saying that, and I was saying no matter if they were or weren't intimidating, I think their purpose was to be intimidating.
Even though I disagreed with you at the time, I can look back on that and go, yeah, he might be right. Like, because there was a part of me that thinks, like, yeah, they were there to be maybe intimidating. You know what? I can concede that point. And a part of it might have been like, you know how people want to be a part of something? Like, I'm going to make sure that there's order kept here and everything is like to do something legitimately correct. And believe me, I'm not sticking up for them, but like almost like, well, this is going to be a black president. We're going to make sure there's no fucking around, no bullshit. Almost like a bullshit phony show of something. But whatever. I still, if Black Panthers were hitting their hands on a stick, I wouldn't march right through. I'd go around.
Comment that cleared it up from Wigger Jimmy.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's not what I'm saying. Yo, man, you ain't hearing me.
yo.
The worst. I had my fucking Shelto. I was my Shelto Adidas. I was very embarrassing.
I want to see pictures.
There was another fighter that went undefeated. Another fighter went undefeated, according to Booby Man. There was a boxer.
Booby Man.
Vicky LaMotta.
Well, close. Ted the boxer was also undefeated.
Yes, I was. People always overlook me because I only fought outside of the ring, and I fought women and older people. But I was undefeated. I fought a man one time for 17 rounds.
17, man.
Yes, he was an invalid. I worked at a hospice. I would walk in and punch his face and throw my arms above my head in victory and walk out. I boxed, but not professionally.
Oh.
Yes.
So you would just box the infirm?
I certainly would. I loved my hospital job. I would hit cadavers and those who could not fight back or speak for themselves.
What was your record?
Undefeated.
Oh, okay.
Except one time I slipped in shit running out of somebody's room. So I guess that was a draw.
Ted the boxer.
Yeah, Ted the boxer doesn't take any gunk.
No, he doesn't.
That's right. And one time I pushed Adrienne down when she was pregnant onto a bag of pet food.
Good for you.
Yes. And I punched Mickey after Clubber Lang scared him to death. I hit him because he came to my hospital.
Oh, they brought him there?
Yes, I went and I punched him in the face because I didn't like him in the Batman series. He frightened me.
Frightened? What else frightens you?
Oh, a lot of things do. Ghosts. Ghosts. I didn't like the way that Bernard Hopkins stared at me. That was very unpleasant. I was about to say some shit.
Oh, were you?
Yes.
What were you going to say to him?
Goodbye, I'm leaving.
Ted is a chicken shit. Beats up on the sickly and the dead.
Nothing gets my blood boiling like when I see somebody really old who can't move below the neck. Time to kick ass and take names.
Ted, is it true you like to fight? Is it true you like to fight old ladies coming out of elevators?
I love it. That's right. I point at something and when she looks, I uppercut the bitch.
You like removing hats, don't you?
I certainly do. I'll watch Hopkins videos and act those things out with much older people. I don't like people my age because they hit hard.
Goddamn Ted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you know what? Really fast. The Dominican story is really good. The Dominicans that were lost at sea. We were talking about, people eating their own flesh and other people's flesh.
I lost 2C in court. Thank you.
An horrific tale of survival for these migrants who say they had to resort to cannibalism to stay alive after weeks spent stranded at sea. The workers were part of a group of 33 people crossing the Mona Passage, a treacherous 160-mile stretch of open water between the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico. They say the boat's engines conked out shortly into the journey, leaving their tiny wooden boat bobbing up and down in the Caribbean. Passengers started dying of dehydration, and after 2 weeks, those who were still alive began eating the dead. This man says he couldn't stand the thirst and hunger anymore. It was only a day after they began eating the dead that the 5 survivors were rescued last Saturday by a U.S. Coast Guard helicopter.
How long after?
One died on Sunday. The rest were flown to a hospital back home in the Dominican Republic.
2 weeks. They're at sea 2 weeks stranded. They eat the dead people. The next day they're rescued. Holy shit.
You have to wonder if one person said, look, I'll get on in a minute. Can I just finish my lunch? I've got 2 giant balls that I've been eyeing up for 2 weeks.
Another one of those stories that proves God has a sense of humor. That's a God thing. Come on.
Here it is. Take a bite. One bite and I'll send a ship, you motherfuckers.
Please, come on.
Oh, is that good?
Guy's fucking being rescued. He's being lowered into a lifeboat. He's got half a cock hanging out of his mouth. Jesus Christ, you're rushing me. I'm going to get agita.
Lucky devil.
All right, we're heading toward line of the day.
Yes,
want to thank SiriusXM for the nice promotion we got in the paper today.
Absolutely,
just terrific.
They put the logo for the show.
Good to know we're moving forward with this new company.
I thought it was a trademark sign. I'm like, oh no, that's us.
I was really
thought it was a crumb from my bagel. I went to swipe it away.
I'm starting to wonder if things were going to be different, and I'm happy to say, nope, business as usual for the Opie and Anthony show. Did you like the placement of our logo on the big, huge advertisement?
I felt it was front and center. Sure did. But Bernard Hopkins. Let's talk about Bernard Hopkins. How great he was.
2-page advertisement. I got to put it on a slide under a microscope.
Yeah. We ended up in the fine print. If you've ever seen a car ad, yeah, that fine print.
We're in the disclaimer.
Right. That's where you can find the mention of the Opie and Anthony show. So thank you. It's wonderful. Greatly appreciate it. Now that I made everyone uncomfortable. Line of the day is brought to you by WebEx.com. Hold meetings, make presentations, do it from the comfort of your own home or office. Check it out at WebEx.com. The first runner-up line of the day.
What part of the body would you go for if you had to?
The penis.
Not even a pause. That's the beauty of that. Not even a
what?
Here's another runner-up line of the day.
He's written 2 books.
Well, and that's why you will not be wrote anything soon.
He's wrote 2 books.
W-R-O-T-T. It's like rotten with a W.
Oh.
He's wrote 2 books.
His teeth are rotten. And his act.
Getting great reviews. Voss is at Helium in Philly this weekend.
It's hilarious.
A few people went last night, said he was great.
Of course he was.
Go see Rich Voss if you're in the Philly area. Yeah, I know. The poor NYC cops had to deal with this idiot.
Oh.
And because
guy.
Because they tased the last guy, now they got to use climbing equipment to save the guy.
Yeah, rappelling down a building.
Rappelling. He's in his underpants, hanging out a window.
He looks like the black dude that did the Coco Casa. Ha ha ha. He was like the commercial for Coco Casa. He was a choreographer, very famous choreographer. That's what he looks like. I don't know the man's name. What's that?
Jeffrey Holder.
What homosexual knows that? He was a choreographer. What, didn't he do like a 7-Up commercial too?
Yes, he did.
Thank you, Jeffrey Holder? All right, thank you. Now that we all know.
The Uncola.
Yes!
I know who you're talking about. I just wanted a car crash.
My joke is still not funny, but goddamned if it's not accurate.
There you go. Obama to spend.
As was that.
I'm just itching my eye in shame right now.
Obama to spend $150 billion over 10 years to build green economy.
What?
He's got a 10-year plan for
Good
green economy.
I actually like that. I want solar-powered everything.
I don't.
I like the sun.
And by the way, the Dow's fixed today, so no worries. Went down bad the last 2 days. Now we're back up.
Up 185.
It's all good. Another runner-up line of the day.
Well, they make lingerie for the 5-kid broad.
Do they?
Yeah, it's that thing that hangs down. What is the thing that hangs down?
A younger woman?
What line did I miss in there by Ant, though?
He said, a suit of armor.
Oh,
yes,
Jesus, very good.
Armor.
And what are we promoting, Jimmy? I Hate Your Guts.
Thank you, man. I hate the books in the bookstores. I Hate Your Guts. I think there might be Stress Factory tickets for Sunday available. I will be selling the book this weekend and signing it at the Stress Factory. Tomorrow morning, my January 16th, 17th Borgata Atlantic City tickets go on sale. I think 10 a.m. to Borgata.com. Last year, it sold out very quickly. So if you want to come see me on, I think it's a Martin Luther King weekend, that weekend of his birthday.
And before Line of the Day, to all you young fuckers out there that want to be an intern on this fine radio show, where we abuse you, we force you to get us food, what else?
Coffee.
You don't actually learn the radio business. You just have the privilege of being, like, abused by us.
And our inner circle.
Yeah, this wonderful inner circle. Internships.xmradio.com. Okay? Right?
Yes.
Must be familiar with the radio show. Not necessarily, man.
No.
We get some of the best material from these clowns that have no clue.
No fucking clue.
Right.
Well, they have to be, I guess, to a point, because
we're desperate. We'll take anybody at this point.
There could be some racy humor that they might not agree with.
Well, then I'll sign that away.
Oh, and no luck with homeless roulette, because people are asking. We will find that guy, hopefully. Here is your line of the day.
Here comes line of the day. Line of the day.
Yeah, stupid broad.
It's also aromatherapy. I'm smelling onions.
Hey, is this really the way?
There's a little improv stand-up for you.
The line was onions, but I know the other was just a moment.
It was great.
That was fucking aromatherapy.
Also, I want to...
Smelling balls for aromatherapy.
But what a great tie-in to massage.
Yeah. We got a Google alert yesterday. I want to acknowledge that Tina Fey mentioned us. I guess because they pranked Sarah Palin, someone got the idea to prank her. I'm not really sure. And she thought it was us.
Really?
Well, it was two, like, French guys, so she was thinking it might be us doing a prank call on her, and it was mentioned in an AP article. That's pretty cool.
Oh, cool.
Tina Fey, we're on Tina Fey's radar.
She called in that time, and she was very cool, man.
We'd
I
love
like
to get her in, man. That fucking Dirty Rock rules. And it gets better and better the more you watch that damn show. One of the few shows they search out during the week. All right, I'm babbling.
Oh, yeah. It was a fun show.
Yeah. Certainly was.
Great interview. And watch if you're into boxing, watch the Roy Jones... Joe, fucked up last name, whose name, I have a mental block for his name, but it's this Saturday on pay-per-view, and I'm going to plug it because he was a great guest, man.
And we give ourselves an A.
Of course we do.
Great week of radio, we give ourselves an A.
Yes.
That means don't expect anything past a C+ next week.
No.
That's right.
We have to average it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're averaging right now a D.
We can't excel.
No, our goal is like a B- overall.
Really?
Yeah.
D.
Too high?
Yeah, Jesus, dude. You're talking I got an N in fucking in conduct.
You'll squeak by, Opie and Anthony.
Right.
Mr. Hand? No?
Oh, and Marsha.
Oh, all right.
And Marsha Brady, thanks for calling the show today.
Yes. Our fantastic interview.
Learned a lot, didn't we?
Yeah.
My favorite part was Joe Piscopo. When he was,
oh, my God.
He'll hear it on the replay if he's listening. When he was doing his jokes and those fucking awful sound
What was
clips.
he doing?
He was doing his jokes.
His what?
He was saying that. He was saying those words that were strung together. And the fucking clips playing were great. I love when we have an audience here. It's so much fun.
Yes, it is.
I didn't.
Yes, give yourselves a round of applause.
That's right. We should have brought you in. Do you guys want to come in?
No, we're going home.
I know, I'm kidding. That's the beauty of taunting them.
Oh,
for just
40
when you think
seconds.
you can touch us or be near us. No.
Yes. Keep them behind the glass like a biohazard that they are. Look at Patty.
If I had any guts,
Everyone
I would
know
just
Patty?
jerk off onto that window.
Everyone know Patty?
Yeah, you guys see Patty?
Patty, yeah.
Everyone know Patty? She's famous.
Another one we...
Yeah.
Do you like my book, Patty? Thank you. It was delicious.
2 thumbs up.
Can we go?
Like the one that was up your ass and up your pussy? That
Anthony,
day?
please.
Well, they were.
That's right. Me and Dennis Hoff.
Yep.
They finger fucked the
You
shit
were
out
being
of you, Patty.
DP'd. Patty's done so much sexually that other girls just haven't done, but she's never fucking had the pleasure of the cock.
Yeah.
And before we go, can I say to the audience, and I mean this right, I have to shit so badly right now, I can't put both cheeks down on the chair. Not the funniest way to end the show, but but sometimes we just talk honestly.
That is how we'll end it. 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 How we'll end it.